Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
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 Hemlo.
Hemlo.
Hermlil.
Hermlil. Nobody has any more? Okay. We're here playing
That's
some
it,
Kingdom
we're done.
Hearts. Hope you guys are having a good time. Because, my God. I'm trying to not bring it up. So we're not gonna bring it up. We're done bringing it up. We're just gonna jump right in to the room. Hiya. Bah. Hey guys, welcome.
You know what'll make you feel better?
What'll make me feel better?
Official art of Funky Kong from Donkey Kong Country 2.
Just because you're right doesn't mean you're not out of line. Guys, what happened in the last time? I'm gonna roll for one of you in particular, and that will be as soon as I find a D4. What happened on your D4s? Oh, they're there.
Yeah, I was trying to clean up a bit.
Oh, would you look at that? Would you look at that beautiful, beautiful number that I just rolled? I want everyone to zoom in and look at that number. That way everybody knows I didn't make it that way, like I have the last 2 times that I've done it.
Computer enhanced.
FOMO, what happened last time?
What if we just walked away? What could you do if I just walked on?
Cry, probably.
Let's test it, bitch. Here I go.
No!
So last time, we started with combat against the dark side. This was a long combat, but during this combat, Zarel and Hibiki were able to transform, making it a wonderful combat. And after all was said and done, figures started to appear, along with, I remember their name, she's one of the main characters. We like her. Booyah! Booyah, there we go.
Booyah!
Had to think of Cyborg. She came with 2 silhouette people. One named Kyle, which I hate you for different reasons.
Leave Kyle alone, how about?
Sorry, Kyle.
Leave
But
Kyle
no.
alone.
But no, Kyle and gang came, and the bit's still going. Shit, I have to continue from here.
Yeah, go ahead, keep going.
They came. We got to learn a bit more about Cube's influence. If I recall. Shit, I'm sweating now.
I believe in you.
Did we go to the mall?
No, there was no mall.
Shit.
Mostly it was talking. If that helps, if you want to go over anything that was said.
I tried.
Someone tag in. Someone tag in, hurry. Please, someone tag in.
All right.
I really tried.
So last time we excuse me, I'm losing my voice this time here. Swear to God, every time it gets worse. So last time on this whole fucking debacle that we've been going on, we were minding our own business, and then a goddamn dark side decided to show up. In our, how very rudely in our way. So we politely asked it to fucking die, and then it did. And afterwards, we met 2 ambiguous shapes that were like allegedly humanoid. It's hard to tell. We're still not sure. I'm still not sure if they were actually heartless or not. Gonna be honest, but these 2 people, shape things, offered us congratulations on killing a fucking dark side, because that's pretty sick and almost impossible by their standards, but we're just that good. Also, we cheat. We have we have a way to do what they don't. It's my favorite part of Kingdom Hearts, the cheating part. After we discussed some things with these two, one meandered, the captain, I think was the captain, meandered off, and this Yahoo, whose name escapes me, he seems sweet and probably will die to propel us to the next part of the arc. Decided to give us a very rare item, allegedly, this amber spear, because amber's important with this tree here. Hard to find that, apparently. I don't know how. It's a big fucking tree. It probably has amber everywhere. If they just probably don't know how to look for nothing. You know, it's like
it's not hard to find. It's just it's all near the bottom of a reservoir.
They're just lazy, you see. Anyway, I'm kidding. I'm sure we'll find a way to get more of it ourselves. Apparently, it upgrades Gummy Block into some crazy bullshit, or is better than Gummy Block and does crazy bullshit. Which I just want a full outfit of that. I would be like full grounded, just like and like some crazy armor, right? Just straight up out of amber. That sounds pretty sick. But in any case, we finally make it to the fucking city up here. Try to do some searching, and we learned that there was a very famous person, this oracle of sorts, blind, but whose effigy, whose depiction, is so potent that it actually kills Heartless. It's very interesting. Apparently, the body pillow weapon is canon, and I'll never forgive Dito for it ever in his fucking life.
How did I forget the body pillow?
When we die and go to hell, I will torment him specifically for the body pillow. I'll find it. I will stop stealing from the Trident.
That we all go to hell.
Let's not pretend here.
Your way of getting lesser trouble in hell and being like, hey, do you employ? There's this one motherfucker.
Oh no, I don't care about lessening my punishment. It's the principle.
We're all better than being put to hell than certain other people that we're aware of in the world. But go ahead.
If you went to hell, I doubt they would let you even like touch me because because that's something you want. So it'll be like, no, because you're in your eternal punishment, you can't get what you want. In fact, I'm gonna make sure that guy is a king, and I'm like, ha ha. So take that. Your hate fuels me.
I was really inconsistent with what it does reward and what it doesn't.
It's very true.
You know, it's weird. So it's like,
I think the way that it would work for you is as long as Deco actually wanted it as well for you to.
It's almost like the shit was made of.
If it was like a king thing, it would then be negated.
Damn. I mean,
do you think they'll let us have D&D nights in hell?
No.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like
the worst, shittiest D&D nights I've ever had.
It was how we got here, so it's like, well, you used our gateway, might as well keep using our gateway.
Man, anyway, tonight on this session of Dieb's terribly disguised fetish as a plot point. Anyway, Palisade. We, as far as I can recall, we learned about this blind oracle that went missing somewhere. We probably can find out where they went. We're pretty good at that, but you know, we need real pants first. But not shoes. I'm not getting at shoes. It'd be funnier that way. But yeah, we're here to finish our shopping spree and apparently learn that body pillow effigies work. So, also, there's no statues really left of them because they keep breaking. Obviously, using a fucking bust as a weapon, it's just gonna break on something eventually.
Yeah.
But I didn't know about the body pillow. That just exploding, still, that's confusing. It's a pillow. Get it.
Maybe it still exists.
Weird. Maybe it still exists and I'll burn it.
Why burn it? It's a powerful weapon.
Principle. Also, I don't think we would even want to really touch it if it is in fact a body pillow of a very, very famous individual.
Maybe it's very clean. You don't know. Maybe they were fucking maintaining its longevity.
I agree.
I hope so.
Maybe they had like a Pinkie Pie jar thing going on instead of that.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Would that make the jar magical, or would it just be completely tainted and useless?
This is a much longer recap than I expected of today, and I love all of you for it. Because literally what I would have done was explained a little bit about the Lost, a little bit about the Amber, and then said we fought a Heartless. So thank you guys very much for the amazing recaps. I'm gonna give the two of you, we'll give you a little explanations. I don't know which ones over here in Lily's are used and which ones aren't, because they're just sort of splattered everywhere, but you know, there you go.
Like salmon, let me see. Wow, you're not kidding.
And there's two more for
Yeah,
you.
no fucking idea. Good luck.
Hold on. Knowing me, I probably haven't used any of them.
Some of you may realize, I'm not sure where the ones that I put onto Fomos went, but some of you may realize you have some more rerolls on your thing. I gave each of you 3 rerolls off screen.
Oh, I thought those were the 3 that I used literally yesterday.
I like how the rerolls are all just the Team Rocket logo.
Yeah,
Get back in there, buddy. We are back. We're so back.
Is this a preview of your next Pokemon game?
Of course. Why wouldn't it be?
It's all building up. Don't even fucking joke.
And finally, before we start things off,
Mhm.
Bloop. Here you go, Hibiki.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the stick.
I got a stick that I can't use.
I mean,
Your
actually,
stick.
can you not use it?
I assume it's a strength weapon.
Attacks with this weapon ignore 2 AC. What do you mean?
So,
Wait, what?
if you go over here
What?
toward where the keywords are, up here at the very tip top, over where the big old dragon is, over here, in the very tippity top, there is a new
Great.
keyword called Great Amber. Weapons with this keyword ignore an amount of armor. Armors with this keyword have a chance to ignore half magic damage on a DC 19 or 20 luck roll.
Fucking pardon? What? What'd you fucking say the reservoir was again?
Excuse
All right, who
fuck out
wants
of
to
me.
play Minecraft?
Me.
And anything made of Great Amber weapons, unless for some reason there's only like a tiny bit of it, or it's like been something happened to it or whatever, everything made from Great Amber will have its keyword.
I'm gonna mine some of that shit. It's gonna be fucking deep rocket here.
Rock and
Let's
stone.
Let's go to
Rock.
deflate, baby.
Rocket stone.
We'll see exactly what goes down with that as we continue going forward. But as you said, you guys made your way here into the city. You guys looked around. You saw that mostly the city was seemingly still pristine. There are still a couple of areas that are looking rather off, most of them in the very middle and the outskirts of the area, probably because those would be the areas most likely stepped on by a certain gigantic fucking Heartless. But mostly everything seems good. Mostly everything seems like it's in its proper place, that things are going well. You look about, you see that the majority of the people here seem relatively happy. Obviously there is still the sense of dread that goes about the area from like a lot of the adults looking on and about. You do note that some shops and some other things seem to have closed signs because, well, a lot of people might have died. However, this is the only place so far in the entire city that you guys have been able to hear children, different kinds of things like that at play, as looking off and about across from the area. Oh god. We'll look at that in a second, fake person. Looking across some where the small little river, I guess artificialish river that comes from the reservoir is, you guys would see that there are children. There are younger people here. There are people seemingly going about their days somewhat unknowing of the dangers about this place. From what you guys have been told, Heartless don't really come here. Potentially it's because it's so close to the Great Tree, or potentially it's because of other things, but there's not been a lot of Heartless attacks around this area. Maybe again because of just the area itself, or who really understands. But the last time a Heartless looked like it was coming was because it was coming from the bridge, or I guess the dam from where you guys were. It tried to get there, but nothing happened. The only other thing that you guys remember being told was that around the cliff area, which if we look on the map here, would have been like around here. Something looked like it was trying to climb up, but has been very unsuccessful in doing so. Either way, this town, out of everything you guys have seen so far, seemingly very, very intact. As you guys continue walking, you just find that Kyle is pointing out a couple of different places. You'd see him look over toward where the mountains start to meet. As he does, down to the southern middle of town, I guess down around the center line, you'll find some hill areas and things of that nature. That's where you'll be finding your place, the ones that are making your way there. The captain said that she was going to be making their way there first to make sure it was available for you. But that is the old shrine to, well, the one that owned this place back in the day, many years ago, the Sodalite.
Oh, so that's where it would be.
As we mentioned before, there were people who had stayed there before, but so far the upkeep of that place hasn't really been going well since the Heartless attacked. The two people who were usually staying there aren't there anymore. We don't really know where they are.
Really, there were people staying there as recently as, well, I suppose what had happened with Heartless.
There were two people. They called themselves, they were father and daughter, but they were a pair of Cherished. Unfortunately, both of them had disappeared. You guys know about this. One of the Cherished that were taking care of a shrine in the upper city. You didn't know it was Sodalite shrine, but a shrine in the upper city was the lion Cherish as well as the monkey Cherish.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the lion Cherish has perished.
To add another line on the amount of fins that that motherfucker did before he died.
Fucking Cocklicott.
Another fuck you. I'm gonna another
fucking Cocklicott.
You know the swearing jar? It's the fuck you jar, specifically for fuck you.
But if you also remember, the reason he had done that is because basically they were treating the monkey Cherish as if she was basically a princess. Because of her living at this shrine, the shrine of Sodalite, essentially that gave them sort of a upper nobility status. So that is the reason why they treat her as like one of the very important people, and that's why he's like, I need them. Immediately will be my wife.
My wife.
What do you mean? Wife. What do you mean? The lion won't let me kill him? Rest in peace.
The lion, the witch, and the audacity of this bitch.
Rest in peace.
I fucking hate Cocklicott.
It's fine. Cocklicott's dead.
We're glad you're dead.
You guys killed Cocklicott.
Thank God we killed him and he'll never return.
Oh shit. Who's that in the silhouette of Devil May Cry 2?
You guys continue going forward. As he points out the shrine to you guys, he points over toward one of what appear to be several towers in this city. You find that the one that he points at specifically, and that's the barracks that I stay at. That's where the, I guess the supplies from the king, though we didn't realize it was specifically from the king, should be for you. We didn't understand a lot of the actual understandings of this, but he looks back over toward you, Zarel. Little did we know that it was because of you being the Cherish, I guess, descendant of Sodalite.
Oh, it's not actually something that we're advertising. It's a little awkward, you don't die every day.
It's, I guess the best way that I can put it, he looks over his shoulder toward where some people are gathered, and just sort of lowers his voice a bit. It's something that would raise a bit of a, well,
sure, it's morale.
Surprise among the people. People have been waiting for Sodalite's.
That kind of way. Yeah, that would do it. Yeah.
People have been waiting for Sodalite's return just before I was born. So it's kind of a big deal here. I'll leave it up to you whether or not you want to say anything, of course, Lord Zarel. would you all like to make your way to my barracks to collect your supplies first, or would you like me to show you toward any of the shops or anything here? I could also try to see if I can find any artisans around, but most of them don't live in this part of the city. Well, if they did, they weren't around. Business doesn't really happen here as much as it happens in the starter town as well as the lower city. This is just where a lot of people keep their, I guess, their actual business work, paperworks and like offices, things of that nature. You want to have the goods where the people are, after all.
Exactly.
That being said, we are still keeping ourselves open to holding out everything that we can. The few shopkeepers that are here, we want to make sure that they don't lose out on their livelihoods, obviously, which is why I mentioned to you before that we couldn't just have them give you things. Other than that, though, I can show you toward anyone. There is a place nearby that sells different things collected by hunters down in the forest below. You would find that while there isn't any weapon shops or anything like that around, there are plenty of carpenters and things of that, but I feel that the main draw for all of you may just be the things that were left behind by His Majesty.
We would like to get those first, and then in case there's money among whatever he's given, we could then go to shops.
Well, let's go ahead and make our way there first then. Because if there is money involved and you need it, then probably best to make sure you know what you have.
Exactly.
You guys are escorted about. He made sure to tell you guys all this before you started making your way further into the actual town itself. Most people looking over at him, as he is seemingly wearing that same armor that has the amber upon it. You guys had heard that they were known as the Great Amber Knights. You find that some people are starting to wave over to him. He would wave back, making his way through. You do find that occasionally there are some looks that go to the rest of you, but mostly those looks seem to be directed toward the knight among you, the knight armor that Muna is wearing, but also toward Booyah. You do understand that this is the place that Booyah had actually made their way to whenever they came here the first time. So it does look like some people here recognize her.
Who's that Keyblade wielder? And the other Keyblade wielder right next to
Is that the master? Is that the master people we're talking about?
The master of
Crazy.
masters?
Could you even imagine him sitting on that seat?
Look at that rough keyblade. That must mean that he's really good at his job and it's really powerful.
Just killing him
It's got so much battle
sitting on the
damage.
fucking throne in the fucking departure.
Gilgamesh is like, okay, I'll do this Keyblade stuff. Takes key out, Bankai, Kamehameha. Oh no.
Bankai
Morphin
Kamehameha,
time.
let's go.
Just the big green dub. Kamehameha!
You find as you make your way to the north of the city. I forgot, actually. I said we were going to get to that, but I was in the middle of something talking about children. Now I can get to it. Sorry about that. 10 minutes ago, fake person gave $120.
That's crazy. That's like worth at least one child.
I looked over to the left and I saw it again because I immediately forgot it because I have a bad attention. Anything. It's bad. I'm sorry.
Or
Saying
attention span.
1 card to Gil and 1 prestige to Maki. Ooh.
Ooh.
We can add on to Gil's fucking gigantic reservoir of cards.
When are you gonna start spending them, boy?
I will after we
The
get
devil's waiting.
the second we get gear, I'm gonna shotgun like 5 of them. It's fine.
And you guys will be given some heckin' guidance tokens. So I will put them over by where your little guys are. I'll put them over by Poe. You guys already have some of your own, but there are 4 now here remaining because of Maki getting prestige. Good job. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yay. Thank you.
Much appreciates. Much appreciates. Where are you at, Maki? I gotta give you a +1 and a pat on the head.
She's over.
I found her.
Okay.
That means they're a +2 now. Heck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Boop, 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 boop. That being said, thank you very much, Big Person. Sorry, I immediately forgot after saying I would remember.
It happens.
It's fine.
That's what it's like having my memory. Welcome to my world.
You guys making your way toward the north of the city would find yourselves going over toward a large tower, and by tower I mean it's around about a 3-story looking area. It seems to be looking over most of the buildings, but there are still larger buildings around the area, but a little bit away. This one seems to have a good look over the reservoir as well as over toward where the dam is. You're decently sure that this is the reason why these Amber Knights in particular were the first responders to the literal dark side that just attacked you guys. It was relatively close to the barracks themselves. As you guys get there, you do find that he allows you to make your way toward the front. You see that there's not a lot of people here. As the captain had told you all before, the reason that currently Kyle here is even on the front lines and wearing this armor and stuff is because a lot of the knights unfortunately did not make it on that first night. That being said, upon him making his way into there is one person, potentially another Amber Knight over by the reception, who does allow for Kyle to go in, grab a large box that is there, and begin to make his way back. Again, mostly at this point, you guys are looking out over the large reservoir. Gilgamesh, as you stare down in toward the area, which again would be around, you guys are around like here-ish. As you guys would look down and around, you guys would see on the horizon what appeared to be the red castle that you guys had seen before, or the castle that was off in the distance. While it is somewhat obscured by the mountain in front of you, you see the light coming off of it because again you lit the beacon there. Looking about in the water itself, there is visible lines and visible like areas where you guys are decently sure it's probably the roots of the tree. And Gilgamesh, you in particular, looking down into there, you're like, oh man, is that the glint of amber? Oh, is that the glint of amber? Oh, I want that. I want to get that shit right now. Anyway, it doesn't look as if
Minecraft.
It doesn't look as if anything can really be gathered from it, but the reservoir itself is rather fucking large. Like the tree itself, looking over to it, now that you guys are as close as you are, this is the closest you've been to the great tree, is rather impressive, but the vast amounts of water to the north of it is staggering. It's almost like this is less of a lake and more of an inland sea, or inland sea. As you look about it and you see that a lot of the roots are sticking up from the waters, you're decently sure that the tree itself most likely was far bigger than it is letting you believe at this point. Maybe even spread out even further before it had before it had fallen, whenever it had broken or whatever happened to it. As you look to it itself, you can't really see the top of the great tree, mostly because it's gone. You can't see the top of what is remaining of the great tree. You can't see the castle or anything from here, but you do know that there is a castle and potentially a town or a keep or something at least up there. As you look up to it, there is a slight bit of light coming up from it, most likely giving off the same energy as you guys would have remembered seeing, and again looking over toward, as one of the lighthouses. Potentially that means that there is a lighthouse up there that has been lit, or maybe that there is a beacon up there that has been lit and not placed in its proper lighthouse area.
Ooh. Knowledge acquired.
So
We will use this for something.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
is
Well, I appreciate you and what you're doing.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
What you're doing.
Yeah.
What were you saying,
wow.
Gil?
So is this a reservoir or a sea?
The water's here?
Yes.
From what we've been told, I mean, I guess anything can happen. I've relatively short-lived among the people who have stayed in the upper city, but from what I've been told and from what we've been taught, the great tree itself was upheld by the first cultivator. And the sea that you see in front of you, or the reservoir as we've grown to call it because we've been able to use the waters for many different things, was formed around the tree by the first cultivator in order to feed it and make sure that it was completely nourished. That's why even if you look at the waters from the reservoir, despite all the foliage, despite all of the hilly terrain, and despite everything about it, the waters are still crystal clear. This place is basically a miracle.
Imagine swimming in there, Gilgamesh. It looks so nice.
You're just like looking down, just like, imagine if someone were to say that I could go in there. Even one person, even.
I would dive right off this. I would dive right off this fucking town right now.
I am not fluttering my eyelashes right now. That is a trick of the light.
I can even do a flip.
I can do several, actually. I'm quite talented
You
that
are
way.
unable to swim, I assume. Will either sink or you'll rust, and oh, I wouldn't want that for you.
Me? I am mostly protected from the elements, though the water there, from what I can tell, is giving off an extreme amount of, I guess, natural magics to be how you would be able to understand it. Not any kind of strangities, but almost the same as...
Wild magic.
Almost, yes.
Would like to have met this cultivator.
They say that he existed even before the first dragon. They say they existed before the Cherish even. The first cultivator is someone that is legend among the land of Cherish. The one who created this place. Created the land and the people. So much so that every Cherish that survives today is essentially the same Cherish as what was made back then. Nobody really knows how he did it or why. And all knowledge of the Cherish as a race, including the first cultivator, is completely lost.
Is that so?
Which means it can be found.
I believe that that's one thing that we can all agree on. Every year, in fact, we have a bit of a festival. One that honors the Cherish. And in that year, there's always been a reward, I suppose. I'm not sure exactly how much it would be. We didn't have it this year because of obvious reasons. It would have actually been going on now, to be fair. It lasts the entirety of the month. But during that time, they let off a reward for anybody who has any knowledge of the ancient Cherish. Anyone who wanted to dive deeper into the crust of the earth, or anybody who wants to make their way further into the different, I guess, clockwork origins of this place. If any come back with any sort of knowledge, they are vastly rewarded.
The material award would be nice, I suppose. I merely wish to sate my curiosity.
Each of the cities upon the planet's surface, each of the cities that have been erected, the starter city, we call it that because that is where most people from the outside get their start. The upper city here, as well as the lower city, each of those three cities have been built around areas that delve deeper into this place. The upper city is the one that leads into the roots of the underforest. But even the lower city has its own apparently underground that can be explored. All of these places, including that of the starter city, though that one I don't really know much about. I hear it's maybe a mine or something. Have areas that are seemingly made long before the first dragon. And unfortunately, not a lot of people have been able to explore them to their depths.
Any particular reason for that?
The underforest is vast. The only time that people are able to make their way throughout the routes of it is to come to the one that's here that would take you to the Great Tree. It's the easiest way to do so, but the other two, from what I understand, and potentially even more if you get off of this continent, would take you to the Underforest as well, but those are far beyond, and anybody who goes down there usually doesn't return if they're gone for too long. It's basically a maze.
A maze, you say?
But it's a noble pursuit. People love to make their way there to try to find something to give back to the people of to the people of Cherish. This world is one that accepts anybody who has any sort of who has lost or been lost. Even my own ancestors were lost and came to this world. So many people here revere, or not worship, but are extremely grateful to the people of Cherish. It's a tragedy anytime we hear that a Cherish dies or their egg is defiled in any way. That is not something that usually happens. We try to make sure of that.
Well, I'm curious about something.
Of course.
What would happen to you and your people if a new Cherish were to be born?
What would happen?
What is the reaction?
A new Cherish being born, I mean, usually they make their way from their egg whenever it is they feel necessary. I myself have never witnessed a new Cherish birth. Whenever they make their way from the egg, they come completely formed. Motions over toward where Azarella's. They completely have most understanding of themselves and keep a wide amount of their memory. But I suppose it'd be a joyous occasion nonetheless. Mostly people would probably surround them from their previous lives.
You misunderstand my words. I mean a new Cherish.
A new Cherish?
No past life.
Well, I suppose the way to do that has been lost forever to time, but if it were to ever happen, I'm sure that it would be treated as nothing short of a miracle. If we ever found out how to bring the Cherish back, how to give them back what we've stolen from them, I feel like everybody would breathe a sigh of relief to finally know that we are no longer hurting those who have saved us. I think that there most likely be a festivity larger than any we've ever seen. At least any that I've seen.
Would the people of this world benefit from such a festivity?
It's hard to say. There are people out there who unfortunately wish to harm the Cherish. We don't know why. There are rumors that destroying a cherished egg can give you many different things. There are rumors that eating the yolk of a cherished egg is delicious or could convey some power. All of them completely unfounded, and as much as we try to tell them so, it still happens on occasion, and it's terrible. It's got to the point where people believe that there's only a couple of dozen Cherish even remaining. I'm not sure the direct number, but those people, they are completely without any sort of understanding or compassion for those who saved them. My grandfather came here from another world, and whenever he came here, he had said that his world was awful. One that a man like him could not make any sort of headway or leeway to any kind of hope like we can here. He fought it all of his life, and he was little more than a worm. But he came here, and the people of Cherish, the Cherish themselves, treated him wonderfully. And it's because of everyone here that my family is able to be in such a position that they are. My grandfather was able to die with a smile on his face. We are forever indebted to them, and I think that, especially as someone like myself, if I were to know that the way to bring back Cherish has came to this world, it would be the grandest celebration. beyond any sort of equal. It would probably even cause the celebration of the king's marriage all those years ago to even pale in comparison.
Ooh.
The king.
Interesting.
Quick question. Is the king a dragon or a cherish?
I believe the king is a dragon cherish. You may not know this, but the cherish are made after mythical creatures sometimes. It's grand, but a dragon usually is the one that holds the highest potential here in the land of Cherish. But the third dragon currently, he is not only a dragon, but of the Cherish race. He is most likely the one that's had the highest ties to lordship in this place than I've ever been.
So
Interesting.
he's proclaimed that he's a cherish, or
Yes, I believe so. Is there a problem?
So it's can be difficult to differentiate two different mythical creatures like that.
Well, as you can notice, looking toward Zarel here, the Cherish have usually different features that would allow them to be known among different things.
Like these
Sometimes
fence
it's hard.
and the scales as well.
Sometimes it
We've
is
seen,
hard, especially with many off-worlders coming to this place that resemble many different types and all shapes and sizes. But yes, our lord is also a Cherish.
Interesting. Well then. Maybe we'll figure out what Zarel's type of cherish is someday.
I suppose I don't really know. I hadn't thought about that.
I'd imagine some sort of fish.
I imagine you're a leviathan, or maybe a behemoth.
What's the difference between a leviathan and a behemoth?
I don't know. I'm just throwing ideas out there.
I'm glad I asked, but now I'm even more fucking confused.
Before Sodalite was a great dragon of the sky, claiming to be able to, even once they got more into their power, cause lots of different kinds of winds and storms throughout. A large serpentine sky dragon. Though again, when a new Cherish is born, different things happen. So I wouldn't know.
Then people were waiting for Sodalite to return after he passed away.
Whenever the prince was taken, everybody assumed that he would come back immediately. Nobody knew what had happened. Nobody knew who had done it. And, well, when it came down to it, over those 40 years, I believe it's been now, it's difficult because most people want to know what happened. When it came down to it, eventually people stopped wanting to know and more just wanted their prince back, wondering why he wouldn't awaken, wondering why he hadn't shown back up. The land of Cherish is peaceful, but usually it is a bad omen if a Cherish doesn't awaken. They usually awaken when they're either comfortable or they feel safe, but Sodalite hadn't awoken, at least to all of our knowledge, until now. But again, most people don't even know that yet, so I leave it to your discretion.
He went missing and nobody knows what happened to his egg.
Nobody knows what happened at all. Nobody knows what happened the night that they would take him from us, especially that of a dragon. It's seemingly hard to understand how someone as powerful as a cherished dragon could be taken from us, and then to not be told that the egg is in a decent position. There were a couple of people that thought that the egg was destroyed as well, though the king had refuted that. Some people thought he was just saying that, though. I'm glad to know that it was unfounded.
It seems tumultuous times have afflicted this world for many, many years before we arrived.
My thought, though, again, this was before my time. Whenever I first heard the story from my grandfather, I had thought that perhaps the prince was weary because the captor, or I guess the one that had assassinated them, had not been found yet. Most likely that means they're of a long-lived race, one that would not be just gone by the time they would come. And I would always muse to my grandfather that maybe he would make his way back whenever either he was ready to take on that person again or when that person was brought to justice.
That's a very good thought. I'm sorry that we're asking about these heavy subjects, but as someone who's lived up here, you would have more information than what we've been able to find.
I've lived here all my life. Mostly just been a guard until recently. Never a knight like this, but I'll do my best for everything. By the way, I do still have these for you. As he motions to a large chest that he puts out in front of himself, he's carrying it relatively easily for as large as it is. Again, from what you guys understand of this person, he is apparently just like a squire before all of this happened, a low city guard. But looking at him holding this large chest, which is about as large as you would get from like a large boss or something, he seems to be holding it with relative ease as he holds it out toward Gilgamesh.
He takes it.
And again, Gilgamesh, you're fine. You're fine with it as well. Fucking.
Maybe you're not like the best, like middle ground.
With your 8 strength, you're good.
I'm not a good barometer for these kinds of things. You're right.
You guys look at the two of them, and you guys are all just like, what the fuck? No, I'm playing.
It's like it's like Armstrong and the fucking husband. Like...
It's just we're just Dragon Ball background characters at this point. Every time there's like a Super Saiyan.
It's so funny, the like discrepancy between strength in this party. We have 8, we have 5, we have -3, we have -3.
Used to be -5.
We're getting better.
There's in fact tendons in these arms now.
Let's see what the king has given us before I ask the really tough question.
Opening up the chest, I'm guessing you're going to be doing so.
May as well.
Yeah.
Gilgamesh,
Be loving opening chests.
Gilgamesh, there are a couple of things in here that are random, so I need you to roll me a d20.
Oh, okay.
Woo!
Good to know that more people actually consider him.
11.
Think he's a chair. That's interesting.
Roll me a d12.
I have that damage die, right? No, that's 10, 6.
Oh, you don't have a 12? Let me get you a 12.
Not yet, somehow. I haven't found a battle axe yet.
Oh, that's
It's like we're working on it.
d12.
And despite his reaction to Michelle in the heart bit, he said literally nothing about what happened to Sodalite, despite knowing everything.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And roll me a d4, please.
The
Who were you saying about?
The king. How he did not say anything about Michelle doing the thing because he assumed it.
He apparently never told the public who he thought did it. Yeah.
Yeah.
With a d4 onto that, so it was 20.
I mean, to
12,
be
and
fair, if my
D4.
fucking divorcee did that, I would also just not say it.
Interesting.
Some
Okay.
guy. Sorry.
That's like an actual keyblade in the chest.
All right, do me one more time. Roll me a d20.
Yeah. All right, I have the tower.
Oh, you can just roll here. Roll me another 20.
Let's fucking go. Let's do it this time.
And roll me another d4.
Man. 4.
Okay. 20, 20, and 4. 4.
It's the year. It's the year of the real.
Roll me a d6, actually.
Okay.
because that thing wouldn't have fit in the chest.
Well, that didn't even roll. It just kept spinning.
If you want to roll it again, go ahead.
Okay.
You can keep the one if you want to, but there you go. That one's spinning. 6.
Let's go.
So instead of 2024, it's 2026. 2020 and 6.
Time for that Nostradamus prediction.
Okay. All right. You guys find, as you open up the chest, the majority of the chest seems to be taken up by, luckily enough, the thing that you guys had just learned about. You guys find what appear to be 4 large pieces of amber inside of the chest.
Oh, damn.
Other than that, you guys will find... Where is the thing at? Yes. You guys will find 2,000 money each. So go ahead and add 2,000 to each of your guys' money.
Oh boy, economy.
And the first one was 20, 12, and 3, right?
Oh my
Yes.
god, that spear has an art on it. Hell yeah.
20, 12, and 3. What now?
Hey. Someone drew on the spear.
Hey, look at the spear.
Oh,
Yeah, welcome to the art update. I put a whole bunch of things.
Oh
on
my
the
god, the skinny jeans is so
Oh my
wild.
gosh. Look at them
Yeah.
all.
Gummy
That
ring?
was-
Hell yeah.
By the way, that was the thing I
Oh,
was
shit.
mentioning. I appreciate what you're doing now.
This is great. I love it.
It's still missing, but most stuff.
I love the orb. I love it.
My god.
I need to finish this one. I was getting so tired of being like, what is this? I was like, all right, I'll fix it myself.
I'll do it myself.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Just because it is
Do
one
it
that you guys
myself.
already have. Ah, damn. I got rid of it. That's fine. I
Yeah.
was about to say, just because it's one you already have, I'll give you another one of it, but then I deleted it, so I guess I'll do it anyway. I guess I'll do it the exact same way that I said. I just have to replace one.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da. It's not light material.
Oh,
Ruby.
what if it could be that?
You deleted my ruby?
I did, and I gave you a new one.
No more ruby
I
for
can't
you.
believe you did this to me.
I can do it again. Pray I don't
I
alter.
can't believe
Pray I
you
don't alter the
deleted
deal
my
further.
ruby. Pray I do not alter the deal
I
further.
don't know. From what I heard, the series was going downhill anyway.
Boop, boop. You also find 3 rubies inside.
Oh my god. That's crazy.
It technically had a different gem on there, but then I remembered I took that gem out of the game. So
Oh.
I'm now
Okay.
curious what the gem was.
it was something that was for one of the other worlds, but I realized I didn't want that world to be in the game, so I got rid of it.
Okay.
Ah, okay. Fuck that world. It doesn't exist.
Fuck that world in
anymore.
particular.
Thanos snapped that universe.
Gone.
All right. Cool.
All
Like,
right.
fuck. Well, that's a lot of amber. Okay.
But yes, you guys get 4 large ambers. I'll just represent them with a little square. One of them little squares.
A beautiful square.
Good
That's-
squares. Good squares.
Look at that
Square.
grapple dagger. Hell yeah.
I squib.
I can't
Large.
believe the
Sunlight.
dagger has grapple on it. It still confuses me.
Yeah, I like
It's so
to
good.
think it's just serrated and also has a claw grip for no reason.
So I will throw 1 large amber at each of you. Boop.
Yeah.
Yay!
Boop.
Love comes at you fast, kid. Yeah.
Boop. And boop.
All right, kid, catch!
As you guys get your 4 pieces of large amber, looking at them, they each look as if they're about like the amber itself. This is why the thing was so large. It's about the size of like Booya's head. And
It's
each of them
perfectly Booyah size.
and each of them are like the shape of a teardrop, as if this amber
We
had
can rebuild
fallen,
her.
as if this amber had either fallen from the great tree and then solidified in the water or some other kind of thing. But as you guys get these, all of those things, by the way, would have been a fifth version also for Booya. So Booya also got some money and a large amber piece.
Ooh, hell yeah.
But as all
And
those
her
are
own
given there.
ruby.
I went for the sorry we didn't listen to you, lol. Here's your fucking prize.
And no, the 3 rubies are still in Gilgamesh's inventory. There are only 3.
I know, I was,
There are only 3 of them, so he can't evenly distribute those.
I was joking.
Yeah.
Rubies. Well, I can only imagine what rubies do for magic rings, but I think everyone else kind of, well, not everyone, but other people.
As
Feel
you get
that.
these things, you find that Kyle here looks you guys over. Well, yeah, there you go. With rubies, or not rubies, with ambers of this size, you can make just about anything.
Yeah.
What the hell? Oh God.
Uh-oh.
Oh man.
Hey,
Sorry, I had to throw your friend off into the reservoir. He was apparently possessed by the devil.
What happened?
Fuck, why you do that, Kyle?
you roboted really badly.
I wasn't
I've
talking.
never known any good Kyles in my
What?
life.
I have been talking like a good minute.
Well, you talked.
Noise came from you just now.
What did I say?
I assure you, you
You
were
said
it was just not very well.
only with like robot next to it.
Apologies. I don't know what happened.
You're fine.
Yeah, it's all good.
I'll
Was
make
he
up
fucking
for it.
on-
Start talking again.
But yes, as you guys get those back, he goes, with ambers as large as those, if you find someone who can manipulate them, you'll be able to make just about anything you need. Spearheads are usually the easiest, which is why the spears there exist, though I'm sure that you can find any such way to mess about. As I mentioned before, the only difference between these ambers and something like Gummy Block is the ambers aren't usually strong with magic. It's decently difficult to sort of enchant them or get them to do anything magical. If you make armor with them, like what we have here, he like motions to his chest plate. Sometimes it even deflects magic.
Interesting.
But it's that same property that allows it to go with being the only substance, at least on this world, that can bond with Gummy Block. Gummy Block's special properties that allow it usually not bond with things don't seem to work with the amber here.
I suppose that would make it work if it simply could just ignore the thing that stops it from working.
Yeah, we had an armor once that was equally comprised of both Gummy Block and the Great Ambers, but we believe that armor now is lost.
You wouldn't happen to be that armor, would you?
I'm from another world.
Oh, you came here later?
No, the armor there, while it looks impressive and can talk to you, apparently, that's neat.
Maybe it's mental illness, you don't know.
The armor that I was speaking of had belonged to a champion of the upper city. Unfortunately, when that creature had attacked, he was swallowed whole.
No.
That's terrifying.
I don't know if it was, I don't know if it works in the same way. To be honest, that thing having any kind of anything but darkness inside of him is hard to believe. Most of our attacks and artilleries went straight through it, almost like a ghost. So, decently sure at the very least that we can say he wasn't digested. Either way, we're decently sure that armor is lost.
When you say it like that, I might be inclined to agree.
That being said, this is it. Everything that we'd have here. As I mentioned to you before, you won't really find many merchants here any longer that are actually having their shops set up. And the ones that would be useful to you, unfortunately, I don't think that they're around any longer. Either they have perished or they're down in the starter city. But I could still show you around if you wish, or we can take you straight to the Shrine of Sodalite.
Oh, how are we feeling, everyone? Do we still have some shopping metal inside of us?
I'd like to see your shrine, but if we want to shop first.
If there's nothing here to really spend much of our coin on, we have artisans down at our place that can maybe mess with this stuff if they're skilled enough. So it's probably best to just bring it to them.
That makes sense. Kyle, there was another thing I wanted to ask.
Of course.
When it came to the passing of the queen, what happened with that? Or at least what do the people know?
It was a sad day. It was, around 4 or 5 years ago? Maybe a little longer? I'm not entirely sure, to be honest with you. Word from up there doesn't travel here quickly, especially sad news. We knew something was up. We knew that there was a problem, but it took us months to figure out what exactly had happened. When the queen had perished, and I guess her sister, the acting princess of that place, had left the area, it was tragedy. People here in the upper city were trying to figure out some way to go and gain audience with His Majesty, but His Majesty doesn't come down here very often anymore. And in order to go up there, you have to pass the trial of the tree. There used to be a gondola that would take you back and forth, but it had fallen. We don't entirely sure why, or if it was something that was, I guess, how do you put it? We don't know if it was an accident or if it was something on purpose, but the gondola stopped working about 3 or 4 years ago. The king doesn't come down here much. In fact, the last time he came down, which was a couple of days ago, I believe, to go and meet with all of you, most people here was shocked. We hadn't seen him since that creature attacked. And before the creature attacked, before everything like that had gone down, the last time we had saw the king was when the Keyblade wielders had appeared. And before that, it was around a year that nobody had seen the king. Whenever the king married, people thought that that was a showing that he was moving on from what happened with Sodalite. That maybe he would be more, I guess, together, more around the people, able to get rid of some of the bad practices that have got brought up in his absence. But I wish that I could have seen this world in the same time that my grandfather had seen it. Back whenever everything was normal. But after Sodalite died, and then the queen, the king seems to almost be looking as if he's going through the motions, a lot of people say. Like there's little left of him. Whenever all of you had left, though, the other day, whenever the king had drove by and spoken with a couple of people here, he looked well. I think everybody needed to see that, especially after those bugs showed up. They needed to see their king with some kind of understanding or hopefulness on his face. I'm glad they did. I'll take you all to the shrine.
Yeah, right.
Thank you.
You guys begin walking throughout this place.
I'm
As
sorry,
you do,
man. It's been shit.
that's fine. As you do, I'm gonna roll a single d20 to see if an event happens.
But now we know the king just doesn't fucking tell anyone anything. They don't know how he would have said assassination if they knew it wasn't assassination.
Chat, they don't know. Chat, they don't know.
What? They don't
No,
know shit.
I'm just making the joke. Not literal chat.
They don't know shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it brings
I'll be
credence to what Michelle was talking about. I mean, he seems the king seems to be very forward with you guys that he's not a Cherished, but according to most people out here, it's less ambiguous. He seems to be, at least at that point, giving off the presence of, if not have outright said that they are a Cherished.
Mhm. I'll be right back.
What's going on, my man?
As you guys would make your way off toward the eastern area of this, you guys mostly get through seemingly unnoticed. Whenever you guys get near the center of town, I'm going to look at each of your stats real quick. Just to make sure if any of you have the need or want, or it's usually just Muna, but we'll see.
But I guess I'll check
it is just
again.
Muna. Muna, I would like you to please roll me for your insight.
You got it, Buster.
You got it, dude.
Even now, you can still feel that you're in the range.
Can't believe you're still in Siphius's range. Muna, as you are moving throughout the city, because the armor itself is the one moving, you're able to sort of let your vision wander about. You do find a little bit away from the center of town, whenever they start making their way over toward where the mountainous region to the south is. Atop of one of the rooftops, you see a familiar silhouette for a moment. It seemed to have been looking down toward the center of town, and as soon as you noticed it, you see one of these guys. One of these little ones. One of these little O's.
The
Oh,
Wiggler.
shit.
It's
There you two.
again.
You see what appears to be, from what you guys now know, kind of what they're called, a nobody. You see one of those dusks up on the top of one of the rooftops. As it is
hey,
looking...
guys, I see nobody up there.
Uh,
Oh yeah, it'd be hard for anybody to get up there.
All right, good job, everyone.
We did it. We Kingdom Hearts.
Me when I kingdom my heart.
As soon as you would see it, Muna, you do find that the creature, as you look up, as you go to get the other's attention, looking back, seemingly has completely vanished.
Oh.
Oh, what are we looking at?
Oh, one of those. Oh, I can't move my arms. I was going to wail my. Can you wail my arms, please?
What do you mean whale?
Like my arms have been replaced by worms.
I refuse.
What if I said pretty, please?
Oh, if you say that, I refuse.
Well, I tried.
I'll wail my arms.
Oh, yeah, could you?
Boyo walks over, wails their arms around. Ah!
One of those
This actually
guys.
looks kind of fun. Hold on.
Ah!
Oh.
You just see Boya and Zarel just beside the armor. The armor has like their arms folded, and each side they're just worming their arms around.
You see how descriptive
Like that?
this is? Yes.
More like a word. Okay, all right, got it.
You know what I'm talking about now.
There they go.
I feel
Because
like that's
I
only
love the
slightly
idea of
narrated.
just like standing across from him, just staring.
I've never seen a inflatable tube man up on top of a roof in this area.
I don't know what that is, but have you seen creatures made of silver that act that way?
No, made of silver. That's
They are
some very fluid silver.
extremely as if a quicksilver was given a physical form that could move, like a person. Or
Are they
a
some kind of?
creature.
Are they some kind of off-worlder?
They are not certain what they are.
They're just quite wiggly, is all we really know.
I haven't seen anything of the like. No.
I've only run into a few.
You say it was
They're
looking
saying-
down at the street. Was it looking for something in particular?
I could tell. I only saw them for a moment.
Hmm.
I think I unfortunately scared them before I could really get a read on them.
Muna, you did bring attention to it rather immediately. So I will only give you one chance at this roll. I want
Let's
you to
go.
please roll me for your experience, please.
Go
Go,
grill.
go.
Let's
Go
see if you
grill.
could, let's see if you gained anything from your brief thought of seeing this thing.
Or maybe the armor noticed something I didn't.
As a 15, do you want to keep the 15 or do you want to roll? Do you want to do a reroll?
Let's keep the 15.
'Kay.
After all, I rolled a natural 13, which to the darkness is really good.
Oops.
You feel like while it was looking in the direction of the center of town, it wasn't looking down. The biggest thing I can give you with a 15 is it was not looking down toward the center of town, and it was not looking up toward the tree. It was looking in a it was looking up and away.
Wasn't looking towards the streets, nor was it looking to the sky. It was kind of that-ish. I can't point.
Perhaps going upon the roof and looking in that direction, you'll see something.
Perhaps.
Is that what you wish to do?
All right, let's go.
You see what
know
appears to be Gilgamesh and Muna would be the only ones who'd be able to see it properly, but the others would see some kind of a sparking at the very least. Gilgamesh, you see magic seemingly moving from the armor down toward its legs for a moment, as literally as it leans down for a second, it bursts itself upwards into the sky. As it does, it lands atop the roof with a very sickening cracking sound. Hopefully not breaking something, but most likely with the cracking sound it did. Muna, you look down as you notice the tile beneath the armor has cracked in several places. There we are.
Are you okay?
Property damage.
I'm fine.
Okay, I just saw some cracks.
I look down toward the tile. Anyway, which direction?
Let's see. Well, I can't see behind me, so turn a bit to.
Turning.
Okay, turn.
Mm-hmm.
What am I seeing?
Well, I
They're
need
going to
you,
look around
if
to
you're
see
gonna,
anything.
if you're looking in the direction. This is hard because you would definitely be able to see it, but I'm not sure if you'd be able to understand it immediately. So I'm gonna say that even though you can see it, you'll still need to understand what you're looking for or what you're looking at. So roll me for experience one more time instead of insight.
I have returned.
Would you like to keep the 2 or would you like to use a reroll?
I think I'll reroll just this once.
Just for some flavor.
18.
Hey,
That's the opposite of 2.
you want to re-roll or keep that number?
I already moved one of your rerolls off. You look down. As you look around, you try to find the exact angle that thing was looking at, and you do find it. As you look down and away, looking at the map, you seem to be staring off in a general this way direction, almost toward the lower city. However, again, it was not looking down. As you follow your eyesight, you do see above the lower city, looking up and about, you see one of those same floating islands that you guys had passed by upon coming into this world. The one that apparently was made to mine gummy block. You see a rather large one of it, as it seems to be, it seems to just be sitting up there floating there. It's the only thing in your vision that you think that the dust could be looking at.
Perhaps that floating island, the one for the gummy block, it would make sense if that was the case.
It was looking at an island.
Yes, especially if it's a gummy block island. Maybe there's something there.
Jumping back down, you hear another crack as more tiles beneath them. The armor crack.
The tiles or the armor? It's hard to tell.
The tiles.
Careful.
The tiles below the armor.
No, that's Muna.
Oh, okay. As Muna comes down, Muna will also let you guys know that apparently the Dusk was looking at one of the floating islands off to the southwest.
Oh, what's it doing looking at that? Just wanted to look for something to fly on.
Maybe there's something there we don't know about yet. Perhaps they were scouting for something.
Maybe they were trying to find a way on the island.
The islands there
That's
are
interesting.
mostly just, I guess you would call them mines at this point for the gummy block that's around. It's pieces of the barrier between worlds. Also a bit of debris that would come down from the area between them. Piece of the mostly that's where gummy block is found nowadays, unless you find it inside of like a chest or something in the world.
Maybe I was looking for gummy block in the sky. I mean, I guess it can't fly there, or maybe it can. I don't know.
It may have companions that could fly. After what we've seen, I assume.
I'm gonna have one person here that is not you guys. What are you thinking, Gilgamesh? What are you humming about?
I'm trying he's just considering what they could possibly want up there, but honestly, if they're just mines for gummy block, maybe that's what they're after.
They're looking for someone that's on the mine already.
Look, another 2. Oh, Booyah can't really figure anything out. You know what? I'll roll for you, Kyle.
Kyle, you're a smart
Let's
kid.
go, Kyle.
I believe in Kyle.
That's an 18 for Kyle.
Kyle
Wow.
sweep.
Kyle sweep.
Kyle, sweet.
As Kyle
Man.
looks over toward it, a bit of an interesting thing goes across his face as he looks to it with a bit of a curiousness to his look over, as if whenever he's explaining them being mines to you guys, he sort of trails off and stops for a second. Huh. If that island's always been there, then that must be a real inconvenience for the lower city, huh?
There's a low city.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, if it's sitting right there, then at noon, a part of the city might not even have any sun.
Oh,
I thought
suppose that
that-
would be an issue.
I thought that they would stay away from the most populous areas. They're floating, so they can be easily moved. That one just seems to be floating directly above the lower city, though.
Did you know that even an abandoned mine can be poisonous to citizens?
So it's there to block out the light below it.
No, I mean, they usually try to avoid that kind of thing. But maybe because
No.
everything going on, it's just sort of drifted there.
The heartless game. Exactly. Heartless gain power when there's no light. How big is that island?
It's rather big. Looking at it and looking around where it is currently at, you're decently sure now one thing, and that is, Muna, looking back at the map, I was pointing exactly where the island was. Would you like me to circle where it was?
Please.
The fucking museum.
It seems to be right over top of where you guys think the guard armor is.
What an awfully convenient fucking island.
These little shit. These little bastards.
What is this
You-
dawn guard bullshit? We'll block out the sun.
You my dog. You got me monologuing.
And the person that figured this out was fucking Kyle.
Why would we ever assume the Heartless could do that?
I'm assuming that this thing just showed up here, right? It just kind of drifted here without us really seeing it beforehand.
When it comes to it, these islands are rather high up. They are extremely high up. They are basically in the lower atmosphere of the planet. Whenever you guys are looking over toward it, while it is rather massive, in the scheme of things, it's not very, noticeable exactly what's going down. However, you do remember talking with Michel, and Michel not knowing why the guard armor was in the position it was in. You guys now probably know the guard armor is moving into where there is the most shade, the most power that it can possibly have. Most likely meaning that while if the island isn't moving by the Heartless, it may be moving with the island instead. Basically, either something is moving the island, or it just sees the shade that the island is making and sees that as the best place to be.
It's just fucking spawn camping.
Oh my god.
Call of Duty ass bitch.
I'm sure whoever is moving the island is getting a lot of credit. And
Again, it doesn't
praise
have to
for,
be move. It doesn't have to be moving. Like nothing
even
has
just
to be
be
moving
there.
it.
Yeah,
it could be.
The island cannot possibly move fast enough for it to not be able to catch up to it. It's not Sonic.
I'm going to go with the thought that it's just following the shade of the island because they're mindless monsters.
Potentially.
And just this clever ruse of having the biggest shade that it can because they saw Michelle put the moonlight over on the dock. So
Maybe it's just
I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing. It would suck really hard for it if Michelle put that moonlight there.
What did the island just block the moonlight?
No, remember the moonlight, quote unquote, the spell that he used literally turned one of those floating islands into a sun, essentially, and fired its light down.
Huh.
But if you remember, back when Michel was first telling you guys he could do that, one of the places he said he could do it to was over top of where the guard armor was, because that's where an island was.
You can use
Oh
Michelle.
my
You can use Michelle to pinpoint islands in the sky.
You always just use like a telescope or something, maybe.
Well, yeah, but that's not really as
Hyper-specific
cool and
superpower.
whimsical.
Michelle, you can if you can redirect islands, can you cast meteor?
Can you realign them? Can you realign the planets
I'm
to
not-
open up the Titans?
I'm not redirecting any. I'm not moving any of the islands. That's just where the islands are.
But so could you Majora's Mask
You need to
Michelle.
Can you Majora's Mask this world, Michel?
You gotta call him the Eagle Airstrike, Michelle. You need to drop it right here.
Michelle, drop an island on him.
Okay.
I think that we need to go fight that thing is what I'm thinking.
Yes. It has now become a serious issue.
It would perhaps be wise at some point to do that, yes.
Yes. I don't like how clever the big Heartless can be.
The Emblem Heartless in particular, they usually are a lot more clever.
I hate that.
Maybe it's because they've gained enough power from the power of hearts that they're able to think on a more different level, or a level closer to our own intelligence. I'm not entirely sure.
Looking in the chaos side, it was distressingly intelligent.
They aren't, from what I understand, that one was a pureblood Heartless. But as you said, it was very much going toward a singular goal. Just because they're not an emblem doesn't mean they're not intelligent. It's just, on average, the emblems are usually more intelligent.
any case, the guard armor needs to be a priority. Especially now, we know it's a little game.
Why was the nobody looking at it though?
Perhaps the nobodies and the heartless are also at odds.
Maybe it
Whatever's-
wants something that's in there as well. Well, not literally in there, but
And put some of this world's currency on another kind of depiction, if anything.
They do collect things, don't they? Maybe
yeah,
there's something.
they're always going around sleeping and grabbing things. Maybe there's something down there that it can't reach because there's a giant island.
Or maybe they want gummy blocks.
Or maybe they do want gummy blocks.
There's something still in the museum it wants, and it can't get there because of the guard armor.
If only we found one of them that was talkative.
Ooh.
If
Well,
they
we
are
don't
being
have
moved
to-
by something, perhaps they're being moved by the nobodies then. There's still very little we know about those creatures. They don't seem to be at odds with us, so that's good.
Yet.
All we really know is they're wiggly, they like collecting stuff. Sometimes it doesn't even have to be a corporeal thing.
Either way, we can probably make our way to your shrine then, Zarel. I don't think that island's going much of anywhere, though maybe it is.
We come back, it's gone.
Where the fuck did the island go?
Drake, where's the island?
It's gone. What?
Drake,
Well,
where's
gone.
the island?
We look up, it's dark.
Ah, fuck. The guard armor just
God.
is in the upper city now.
We just need a guard armor running out. It's like
Right
fucking.
there. I just
Knock, knock, who's there? Oh, alright, hold on, I close the door.
magic.
Drake, where's the Keyblade?
You guys follow Kyle. As you guys do, you guys are able to find yourself over toward, as we mentioned, the shrine area that is over. What the hell? That's a bag full of bags. That's bag.
Oh my god, the bag.
It could be anything.
You're not supposed to do
Even
that
on
in
the
D&D, that shit blows up.
Could even be in a bag. You guys find. Heading over just a little bit out of the main epicenter of town, you find just along where the mountains begin to get more mountainous. But even here, like, you guys are mostly looking at the tips of those mountains as high up as you are. You guys see, leading off from a small little walkway, going over toward what appears to be the outskirts of the upper city, a large shrine building. Let me get it for you. Let me get it for you.
Let me get it for you.
For you,
Where are you at, you piece?
Gilly.
Where are you at? There you are. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, it really made these things too fucking big.
Alright, load it up.
There we go.
Beep, 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 beep.
Well, it'll get here eventually. There we go.
Wow. It's so quaint. Objects are bigger than they appear.
I can make it
'Cause
bigger.
those are paths.
Yeah, I can make it bigger.
I-
Don't you worry. You guys find your way going up toward what appears to be, again, this area near the more mountainous region of the upper city. As you do, looking forward, you see a large shrine-like building in front of you, seemingly big enough that two people were comfortably staying in it before. But looking around at it, behind it, there appears to be trails and small lakes and ponds that seem to be making their way up and around from it, zigzagging all the way back beyond toward where a bunch of the more mountainous trails and things of the middle of the map of Cherished would be. You guys can't see a lot of the maps because they're on the or a lot of mountains because they're on the other map. I can bring the other map in here if you want, I suppose, if you want to see it.
That'd be nice, I
No,
guess.
you can't see it.
Okay.
It's gone.
You can do whatever you like.
Yeah, I can't make it big enough to be on
Just
scale
imagine it
for
in
you.
your head, it's fine, whatever.
Yeah, it's like double this size, but whatever. As you guys find your way looking up upon it, Zarel.
What's up?
Following Kyle, making your way through, each of you would be stepping beyond the boundary of the shrine itself. As you step in and beyond the boundary, I would like you in particular to go ahead and roll me for your experience.
Let's go, baby. Do I have a memory? Let's go, memory. I can give you an 8.
I love how it bounced off your
No.
20.
It was like a literal bounce.
Reroll.
Okie dokie. I do think it's very funny the idea that I can legitimately just keep failing my roll out of ever knowing anything about myself and then just finishing.
Roll
I can give
me
you a point.
3 more times.
Okie dokie. Alright,
Chat wants you to roll.
Alright, chat. Alright, chat. Alright, gamers.
You're getting steadily better.
Let's go, baby.
14.
13. Okay, that is better than 7. And 1.
Okay. You also got a fleeting heroism, so I'll give you 1 more heroism. There you go. I tried putting it on your tower, but it didn't go.
It's okay.
14
I'll put it on my penis.
Plus 2. Zarel, as you enter this place, you find for a moment the air around here seems to be somewhat thick. Looking about the entryway, you almost begin to need more breath for a moment, as if something was wrong. For a second, you find yourself wobbly, as if completely unused to being as high up as you are. As you look about, you blink and you see for a moment less of a shrine and more of just this open area depicting mountains beyond it. A large pool in the very center. And that pool in the center terrified you. Looking at the pool in the center, the waters that you don't know, perhaps they go deep underneath this place, perhaps they go deep into the mountains. You're not sure, but standing along the shore of this pond, you feel this vastness come to you, and you worry that you'll disappear into it. As you stare into the water, wobbly on your feet once again, you look back behind you. No one's around. No one's around to see you be like this, luckily. You look down into the pool. You see a boy. The two of you, the boy inside the water as well as yourself, take a deep breath. And then one foot after the other, step into these waters of this pool. This pond or lake or whatever it would be. This small body of water that you can't really fathom the distance or the depths of. As you walk into the other boy's reflection, you feel relief. Maybe that water wasn't so bad. Maybe without everybody looking upon you and you having to figure it out, maybe the pressure of that being not on you isn't so bad. You look down again toward the boy in the water. The two of you smile. Azarel, you step through the shrine entryway, and you are not any of that. What are you talking about? It's whatever.
Where am I?
You feel for a second your equilibrium begin to shift, as if maybe you grew an entire fucking foot or something. I don't know. It's really weird. You're just like, ah, fuck.
Holy
What
shit,
is
I'm
that?
like 6 foot!
Moon, where's my wife?
I miss my wife, Muna.
I miss my wife, Luna.
It occurs to you that whatever that was a vision, and perhaps the boy you had saw in the water might have been your reflection, but that wasn't you. That didn't look like you at all.
Yeah, that was not me. Who is this bitch?
You're not me.
It was Gollum, you're Smeagol.
You know the like fucking comic where it's like the dog looking there for just like, and this dog, who is he?
It appears that potentially in the past you might have been afraid of water.
Does anyone ever is grateful to be tall and dry?
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
I do.
Don't you ever realize how unnaturally tall you are?
What?
No. Are you okay, Zarel?
I feel like I had either an in or out of body experience a few minutes ago. Feels like minutes. How long has it been?
We just stepped through this like a second ago.
Yes.
Oh boy, it's bad.
Do you need help?
I believe I'm perfectly fine. I believe if I am not incorrect, then no one else had some sort of weird vision that it was just me and that was a memory.
Oh.
Cherished memory. Oh hey, that double meaning.
Here I am, but I'll give you that.
From what usually happens when a cherish awakens from its egg, they're left with whatever memories that they feel like they needed. But sometimes cherish are able to remember something if they've been around that place before. This was your home before. You built this place, from what I understand.
Sort of like
Hibiki's like, yet I don't see any rock nor roll.
I love building things around water. That is my favorite activity. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. It's literally true.
It is very true.
I mean, apparently, whoever this was, potentially Sodalite, saw the water and goes, "Man, I'm afraid of that. I'm gonna build my home here."
Why would Sodalite build a home if he can't swim? I don't understand.
Just sense of adventure.
A little bit like that. Sometimes you see something and you're scared of it and you go, well, a better way to make it less scary than to be around it.
Knew someone that was terrified of dogs. And then they got into a relationship with someone and they got to be exposed to the dog more. They were no longer fearful of dogs. And they died to cats.
I
was wondering where the end of that was.
Yeah, I was wondering where that was going. Usually when you say these things, it's a very morbid thing. It's not better, but I am glad that it's not what I thought it was.
I have expected you to say that they were a werewolf.
I have expected it too, to be honest, when I was experiencing it.
I see.
Maybe I should lie about the story and say there was a werewolf.
Whatever floats your boat.
Apparently, gummy block.
I don't really know much of anything there, but I mean, it's good that you were able to get back some memory. I mean, I guess that more than proves that if you have a memory around here, that you must be Sodalite. Or at least you were.
It will make sense, wouldn't it? Oh, there goes the entire map. All right.
Sorry,
okay,
I'm wanting to make it bigger again. It's bothering me.
I didn't know you could do that, Kyle, but all right.
What was the
Jesus
map?
I
Christ.
didn't know you could do that, Kyle.
Kyle's hidden power awakened.
Awaken.
Something you can try. Something you could try.
I have it good enough. It's still a little bit small, but I think that that's just how we're gonna have to worry about it.
Hey,
Just saying, you could probably just change the texture of this to be the map and then stretch from there.
I mean, you can only stretch it to a certain amount. Like then, if you if I want to though, I can go to Gizmo and I can click on it and I can just change the scaling by any numbers. So that's what I've been doing. It works. It's fine.
Oh. This is big object, and I have bigger objects.
Big object. Anyway.
That's what they call them.
God damn it! I just knew what you were referencing now. Fucking. Anyway.
big water.
There's 15 of those movies, and only
That's
2 of them are
too many.
worthwhile.
that's too many, I think.
Eggs. Anyway.
But yeah, Zarel, you come out of that, you look about the area. Apparently you built this. This is you built this with your hands, maybe.
Land before time.
In the land before time, you built this.
I believe
I'm sure
time
time
still existed. But
Yeah, I'm sure time happened like 80 years ago, but you know, I wasn't born, so probably didn't. It's probably fake.
You know what? You're right.
Everything before I was born is fake news.
But yeah, at this point, you see that Kyle is looking about. The captain should be here. She had said she was going to be making her way here to see if anybody was taking care of the shrine, but I don't see anyone, nor do I see her.
Maybe she got busy or is deeper in.
Well, I don't want to leave you guys here without handing you off. Will you be fine if I make my way back to my patrol?
I believe that we can handle ourselves all right.
We should be
I
fine.
do appreciate the care, though.
Thank you very much for
Say,
everything.
I'm very well protected. I was going to beat my chest with that one. You don't like jokes, though, so I won't tell you to beat your chest.
The only time we've become forces of destruction is when we have been accosted first.
Well then, I'll make my way away. Hopefully everything will go well. If my captain is here, she should be looking about for anybody who is supposedly staying here. Again, usually it's just the 2 people who are currently absent, but every now and then some other people make their way to the shrine to pay their respects, so... He looks about, he looks over toward the mountains. Do me one favor, however. Try not to leave the city through the mountain range.
Why?
Well, these mountains are... How do I put it? They're rather long, deceptively so. Most of the mountains feed into another, and if you're ill prepared, you could be out there for days, weeks even. It's probably best to make your way back towards your vehicle and make your way down the area from the dam side. And once again, there was the creature that's been trying to climb up from the side of the mountains. We're not sure if it's tried to make its way through the mountain passes or not, but usually it just kind of climbs the cliffside. Other than that, the forest down below is not a fantastic place for civilians. There's a group of knights there. one of the three major groups that operate over this part of Cherish. And while they are elite in their ability and their tracking and hunting capabilities, they are very solid. They prefer their solitude, and honestly, there's some bad rumors about them.
What kind of
Real.
rumors?
It's not anything that I can prove, so I'd like to make sure that I preface this with this is just what I've heard.
Understood. Go on.
There are notes of people disappearing in those forests. The forest itself isn't that large, so usually whenever people disappear, obviously search parties can be formed. But when people disappear there, a lot of times they don't find themselves back out. The knights down there say that they wander off into the mountain ranges and disappear from there, but I find it difficult to believe. And like I said, the only people that they listen to are the people from up on the Great Tree. I've recently told His Majesty about them, but I'm not sure exactly how high on the priority list it is, especially with those bug creatures being about this place.
I see.
Either way, try not to make your way down to the forest down below. I've been through there
Oh,
quite
make
an
a note
awful
of it.
bit, but I do believe that the rumors that you're saying are rumors everywhere. That knights there are apparently rather infamous.
Hmm.
Like I said, it's just what I've heard. He starts walking away. Just be careful, all right?
We will.
Thank you.
He waves and makes his way away, leaving you guys in front of the shrine.
A whole shrine for ourselves. Wow.
Really, the possibilities are the limit.
I had the statue I wanted to put in the shrine. It's a golden cow.
I mean, I suppose if I'm technically the owner of those, you can put it wherever you want.
I mean, speaking of golden things, there's that one golden statue you guys mentioned, right? The one that's beneath the lower city?
Yes.
If you ever wanted to find a new place for it, I mean, this apparently is yours.
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
I mean, except it would depend on if she would care to be moved or not.
I'm not sure about this world, but on most worlds, being a landowner is rather attractive.
I've heard of bird owning lands free.
I don't know if we want that kind of attraction, though. We're not going to get this land by bloodshed, are we?
Suppose they call it something like a lord of the land,
Yeah, that's worded.
like a landlord.
Yes.
If you want this abode, why not just take it then? It is yours. It was. Could be.
I mean, we could walk in and at least check it out. We've just been standing outside.
We're just gonna start walking.
I guess the one person that's owning this place right now is that one monkey Cherish, right? At least they're the ones that lived here.
Yeah.
I can understand why they were being considered royalty now. This is very big.
You guys make your way toward the front area of the shrine. As you guys do, stepping up into the main area, you do find that the doorway to this place seems slightly ajar. Looking about it, you find, looking at the locking area in particular, it seems as if the area has been forced into.
Pulls out weapon.
There is some slight splintering among where the locking mechanism would be. As if whoever threw this thing open did not care to leave behind any bits of show of resistance.
Does it seem recent, or is there dust covering like the bits of broken door?
There wouldn't be any dust on the outside because this is on the outside into the elements, but it does not look recent, no.
Okay.
Upon Gilgamesh, you bringing your weapon out, and upon you guys stepping your way in, you do find standing inside what appears to be... Boop. The captain from before. As she seems to be looking about the area, picking up some different fabrics and things that are upon the ground. It looks as if going into the main room, there appears to be some kind of a scuffle happened here. There are some scratches along the wooden floors, as well as some of the mats and different fabrics and blankets and other such things seem to have been ripped or thrown about the area. As she seems to be leaning over said piece, she looks back to you. Oh, welcome. Sorry, I was gonna come here and make sure it was cleaned up for you, but...
Someone's forced their way in.
So I would say.
The outside thing? Yeah. That was... It's kind of been there for a little while, but whenever I came here today, I remembered distinctly last time I was here, I closed the door. But the door was slightly open whenever I came, so... I've been looking to make sure nothing had been stolen. They stand up. I'm not entirely sure who came in here the first time, but definitely was something we've been investigating for a while. I'm wondering who came in here recently. I came here just the other day. I couldn't really clean things up. I've been wanting to preserve whatever scene had been here, just in case it was needed. I've not noticed anything different, though. Sorry, I was meaning to show you around your place, and now I'm in a bit of an investigation.
Oh, it's important work, right?
I wish that I cleaned up, actually, beforehand now. That way I would know if anything was out of place. I can only go based on my memory, and I'm not entirely confident in it. I mean, I only noticed about 8 scratches this time on the opening window, as opposed to the 7 that were there before.
You were counting?
Oh, I'm trying to keep a small bit of information inside, making sure that I'm able to keep at least the bare minimum.
There's one other person who would know if something was amiss. Artemis, the Cherished, that lived here.
I believe that whenever I first came here, it was several days ago at this point that I found this strewn about. But whenever I first came here, I had seen that both of the 2 Cherished who were living here had been either taken or they had left.
Both.
I had thought that at the moment it might have been because of those creatures, but as I mentioned to you before, just outside on the bridge, those creatures don't really come in here. Not a single one. Meaning it was most likely done in the chaos of everything that was happening. That being said, she goes over toward where one of the shelves seemingly has toppled over. She goes and picks it up, looking at the area beneath. Because of the mess here, somebody obviously took advantage of that again. The chaos, I mean. Were they looking for eggs, maybe? This was a known Cherish home. Maybe they had thought that they had perished here because of those creatures and were looking for their eggs?
You may need more context about where they were because they weren't here. I don't know how long before anything. We've met Artemis, the monkey Cherished that was living here.
I had assumed so, whenever you had mentioned their name. You are off-worlders after all, well, most of you, so I had assumed that you had met with at least one of them, but that doesn't mean that the person who came in here knew that.
That much is true.
The one that came
It's
in
like a
here...
person could have walked in.
The one that came in here might have seen the scuffle and thought that those creatures might have destroyed them, and was looking for their eggs either for good or nefarious purposes. That being said, again, I can't even see a single thing out of place from what my memory was. Maybe I should have taken pictures. But at the time, it was finding it hard to even say picture.
Mhm.
I suppose I would do it, wouldn't it?
She looks about once more. Was that pillow always 87 degrees off?
You can tell?
Just small little details. Nothing
That
big.
doesn't seem like a small detail.
Have you considered being an artist?
I'm probably overlooking something.
How much
They haven't
dust
got
is
any
on the ground?
information at all as they take a huge list of suspects.
When she starts looking around.
The top 8 people on the list is Cocklecott.
Man. Let's look.
It's fucking up. And he's gonna start just investigating this place.
You guys begin looking around the area. As you do, you guys do find that once again, like she said, most of the area here seems relatively thoroughly trashed. Hibiki, you were asking about dust. Looking about, there does appear to be some layer of dust, but nothing enough to where you could really notice anything. It doesn't seem like it was that long ago. Again, only a few days.
Not that long.
Yeah.
I'm only asking because I'm trying to find any signs of, like, the only potential thing I could think of that might come through here and not leave much of a trace are the nobodies that move weirdly. So I figure if they moved through here, they may have left like squiggly lines in the dust.
Yeah, like I mentioned, there's not that much dust in here. Like you leave your house for a weekend and it doesn't get all dusty like that. But it's only been a few days. As you look about the area, however, though, looking at the main room, you guys find that looking about the different areas here, she seems to be like, no, that was there. No, that was definitely there. No, that one there is perfectly. I'm sorry. I'm probably wrong. She seems, as you go to each and everything you go to, Zarel, you go up to like a book and they're like, oh no, that was definitely on that. That was definitely on that page whenever it landed. Page 784.
Ma'am, do you have a photographic memory?
Oh no, I just remember small little things.
Are you certain you don't have a photographic memory?
I'm probably impeding your investigation. Maybe you guys should check one of the other rooms.
Whatever they pay you, it is not enough.
I think I understand them. Let me ask them something to see if I'm right.
Oh, of course.
When is your friend's next birthday?
Oh man, I it's really hard because I'm not even sure if they consider me a friend or if it's just kind of an acquaintance thing. But I have bought them 3 gifts already. It'll be 4 months from now.
I see.
I see. I hope this curse either lifts from you or you find a way to have the curse give you peace.
He just looks to Muna, which I mean looks to Maria. How did you do that?
Is this like the opposite of like the hyper competent, like the incompetent police? These knights are way too talented for their own good. Like,
well,
I mean,
that's how
it
we can
gotta
tell
be.
this is a fantasy setting.
Yeah.
Oh man.
The knights are as competent as their king is incompetent.
Well, I mean, from what you guys heard from
kidding.
Kyle, they've literally been having to deal with everything since the king pissed off after losing his son and wife.
Wow.
you got real depressed.
They had to actually pick up all the pieces.
As Kyle had mentioned, there are 3 types of knights that are that are over the land of Cherish. You guys have now met 2 of those. The knights that you guys had met before that were in the lower city that your one friend is a part of, that you took over to the mountains and left. And now here are the Great Andor Knights.
He'll be fine. He can go to the other building when he's healed up and come back to our place. He'll be fine.
He'll be fine. It was fine.
We told him how to get back. We're not dumb.
Well, yeah, but he's also got a bum leg.
I heard bomb, not broken.
You're right. He should make his way through the snow and get the fuck back over.
Just get over it, lose.
I'll help him later. Fine.
Just get good, dipshit.
Twist my leg, why don't you?
Listen, we were dealing with a lot at that time.
So,
The
anyway,
more shit kept happening.
her excuses notwithstanding.
From what you guys can tell, she is very, very observant as far as things around here are concerned. You're decently sure if there was anything wrong in this room, she probably would have figured it out. So her saying maybe you guys should go check a different room it's probably a great idea, but not for the reason she's saying.
Yeah.
Currently, you guys can check the center of this place, which appears to have a large, seemingly like little workout area in the center. There's a different building that may or may not be the building that has most of the amenities of this place. This seems to be sort of like a guest area / welcoming area. From what Zarel would know, this place was built over a small pond. So in the back of this place, there is a pond that you can make your way to, including a little eating gazebo nook over there. Yeah, you guys can make your way toward any of those places if you'd like. Also, fuck you, Spotify. Play the
Right.
damn music.
I suppose Gilgamesh try and search the next building over.
Yep, Gilgamesh, you will be making your way over toward the area with potentially all the amenities. The rest of you,
To the
Give
eating
me towards
nook.
the center area. Let us investigate.
Hibiki, you're gonna go to the eating nook over here, the little eating gazebo. Zarel, you're gonna go toward the center area.
Yeah.
Muna, where are you going?
Do you like to? I'm kidding.
Booyah will probably make their way back toward where the pond and everything is.
You know what? Let's go by the pond.
Okay.
Let's go hang out with Booyah.
Booyah! Anyway.
Oh yeah.
Also, did you see the image I did?
Oh, let me find.
It's in our
The
DMs.
buildings.
Our DMs, it's right here.
Yeah, it's right here.
yeah.
Keyblade Master. Keyblade Master.
If you've noticed,
No, I love it.
Made in, it's a plastic key made in hearts.
God damn it. I love the tiny crown. So
Oh
very
yeah, the
much.
tiny crown.
couldn't
Like
afford
that
anything
needs to
but-
be there. Your
I
new
love everything
your new
about
game
this.
plus in this.
You know what? We need one of these for every character with the chair and the crown.
Each person sits different.
Well, not everyone has a Keyblade trademark.
That's true. That's true.
It's true.
But each of you go to your different areas. Zarel, we'll start with you. As you make your way toward the center area here, you begin looking about as, again, every now and then whenever you make your way through, you feel like you blink and miss something. For example, looking about the area here, you see for a second what appears to be the entire area as it used to be, as you see like the foundations of this building for a second, and then you blink and you see the walls like being built, and you blink and you see the roof being put upon, and then you're like, well, what the fucking, all right. As you look about, you see like almost the shadows of yourself, or I guess at that point the silhouette of the person you had seen in the pond before moving about this place. But as you make your way to the very center and you stand about, you feel oddly content, definitely comfortable in this area, but something does seem slightly off. I would like you to roll me for your experience again, please.
I need to sense what is wrong in this room. It's a game of like spot the difference. I'm gonna put one heroism in. That's all I can gonna give you.
That's fine.
I'll give you $1. Oh god, the lag. I'll give you 8.
Looking about the area, you're not sure you're able to pick it up yet. Most of the area here in the center seems definitely open and nothing really calling out to you much. You feel like you've spent a lot of time here maybe meditating or moving about, but at the same time, nothing is jumping out at you completely. We'll get to you in another second. We're going to make our way over to Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh, you make your way into this area. As you look about, you find that there is a bit of a central hallway going off and about. There's this little sitting room in this area leading off to a couple of what you can tell seem to be bedrooms, maybe even a couple of storage areas, if that. A laundry area that seems to be connected to the backyard little terrace that's there. As you look about this place, it seems rather comfy. Some things seem to be strewn about, just like in the front area. It looks like the area here was more or less gone through, just like the same as the area before. That being said, I would like you to roll me for your insight, please, as you look about the rooms that are here. And also, Spotify plays this stupid music. You also have an inspiration as well, Gil.
My microphone broke. I'm back. So I rolled.
What'd you roll? Oh, a 2?
Uh-huh. Anyway, so I rolled a natural 22.
Hey! Thank you very much for the raid, 19 official. It's the Wits and Crits people. I was just over there.
Wow. Oh, that happened.
Welcome.
Yeah, I was just over there and now I'm here. Hello.
How the fuck?
I'm just
That's
that
scary,
good.
isn't it? Linear time.
I'm just that
I
good.
hate it.
Hey everybody.
Lines.
Welcome. We're in the middle of our Kingdom Hearts campaign. Lovely to see you guys all there. They're currently making their way through this little shrine area, trying to notice a difference, because for some reason somebody had came in and ransacked the place. So we're looking for some things going on there. But thank you.
There's a
Welcome.
little bitch in our midst.
It's a little bitch.
There's a little bitch.
There's a
Yeah.
little bitch.
With a natural fucking 20, by the way, which is what was rolled right before you guys showed up. Gilgamesh, looking about the room itself, you do notice that all of the doors are open except for one. All of them seem to have been something that was recently gone through. All of them seem to have been left open, potentially for reasons of understanding. But one of the doors in particular seems closed at this point. If you would like to have anything with that information.
One more time, my headset keeps cutting out. I heard all but one door was open, and I go, and now you just stop, and I don't hear the music. I'm like, what happened?
No, basically,
What's going on? What happened?
around the area, all but one door seems to be closed. There's only one door that's closed in this entire area.
Oh, neat. Obviously, I'm gonna open that one.
You make your way over to the door. As you do with that natural 20 that you had rolled before, you do find approaching said door to be sort of uncanny. You feel something about yourself. And this is whenever people who are here for the first time get to see a weird roll that I don't think I've ever actually made you do. Gilgamesh, why don't you roll me your darkness dice that you had been given recently? The dice that you had gotten for embracing the darkness inside of you.
That's a bad portent of things to come. So that's a 12.
That is a 12, Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh, I have to ask you a question.
So
What is your current highest stat?
8.
A +8, you say?
Yeah.
So that would be an unnatural 20. Got it.
Yeah.
Gilgamesh, you feel something inside of this area. As you look to it, you feel that there is definitely a presence, potentially of darkness or of something similar there. You almost feel for a second that whatever it was might have either inadvertently or purposely had some kind of influence over you, but had immediately retreated upon your darkness being grander than theirs. Would you like to still open the door?
He.
You already won the bitch fight. You can do it. You can take it on.
Yeah. So, just to make sure I heard you right, something was trying to exert something, some kind of will.
Something seemed to have noticed your approach, seemed to have a similar presence that you had, and upon it realizing that you were the stronger darkness, seemed to bitch out.
He opens the door. Well, is it like a normal door or is it like a sliding door?
It's like a little slidey door.
Okay.
If you'd like to do a little slidey, you definitely can.
If it was like a normal door, he's gonna just slam it open, but this might actually shatter into tiny pieces.
But you do gotta open it.
Slamming shit.
Yes.
You make your way into said door, and as you do, you notice that there is you're looking into a bedroom. And in this bedroom, there is something quivering on the bed under a blanket.
Yeah.
The fairy that is with you comes out from your beard and looks about. Oh, there's something pathetic in here.
I already knew that.
What will you do?
He just grabs the sheet and just pulls it off.
You throw the sheet off of the creature. As you do, you see a tiny little wobbly baby underneath the blanket. You see the smallest nobody of all time.
Another one. We expected a heartless.
As it looks to you, quivering.
He just looks at this thing. Kind of looks around the room.
Yes.
There's not...
To it.
What will you do?
Uh,
I can turn on the battle music if you want me to.
nah.
Strike it down. Fuck them kids.
No. He's not gonna squish the child yet. He goes to the creature that's quivering and slowly offers his hand to it.
You offer your hand to the little creature.
I have no intention of killing.
A small little quivering ball looks up to you. At least you think it does. It doesn't have eyes.
It's so hard to parse out its facial expression, right?
You see it just sort of shaking like a chihuahua in front of you.
But it doesn't have like the aggressive personality of a chihuahua. It has the pathetic personality of insert animal here.
Well, you see, him don't have no hands, so he just sit there, watch you for a bit.
Fun fact, chihuahuas are actually adorable. The media lied to you.
I have 2 chihuahuas. I know. They're very cute. Commander buddies in chat. Anyway. I think that's a free one. Is that a free one? Let me look. I think it's a free one. I'm going to assume it's a free one. I'm going to put it in there. Look at that guy. Anyway. It doesn't seem to be responding to you putting you're putting your hand out to it.
He just like sighs. He reaches over and gently pats it and goes to put the blanket back near it. Not on it, just he throws the blanket back on the bed.
You throw the blanket back onto the bed after you pat the creature. It still sort of wobbles about, but it is not shaking as violently. Oh, it costs 1k bits? Damn. I'll have to make that one a free one at some point. I thought it was a free one.
He just like kind of turns to Philippe. Do you think this one can talk?
None of the others seem to have too much of a capability of it, though potentially, who knows? Looks like they have their mouths all zipped up, just like the other ones did.
Who's that?
You could try unzipping it.
He just looks at this fucking thing and just... He just reaches over towards it again.
You reach down toward the little guy.
He picks it up.
You pick up said little guy.
Is it freaking out or is it just kind of vibing?
He's still shaking. He's not shaking as violently as he did before you pat him, but he is still shaking. You are the stronger darkness. You are the stronger darkness after all.
I'm going to unzip your mouth now. And he just goes to grab the little zipper.
You grab the little zipper.
Just unzip.
You unzip it. Gilgamesh, roll me for your resilience, please.
Oh, neat. That's 12.
I'm gonna roll a thing real quick.
Should I roll the darkness?
If you wanting to keep the 12?
No, I think I want to re-roll it.
Okay, I'll wait until you.
Can we retroactively add these onto that?
No, I feel like I've made a mistake of some kind.
I'm just making sure before I roll, because after I roll, you can't re-roll it.
That's true. That's the rules. Oof. That's even less.
You want to keep that?
Oh. Fuck it, one more. I like slot machines.
That is a natural 20. It will still roll against you.
It could, in fact, get a natural 20.
It could. It'd be really funny.
Gilgamesh.
Yeah.
You feel as you open this thing's mouth, looking into the immense void that this thing is on the inside. You find for a moment as if the darkness inside of you begins to pull. It seems for a bit as if it is going to be stricken from you as you have this creature, its mouth open in front of you. You almost sense a layer of this darkness peeling away and going toward the opening of this thing's mouth. Either of its own accord or not, you feel slightly weakened for a moment. However, you are able to completely pull yourself back from it and zip it back up in a hurry.
Never again.
As you zipped it back up forcefully, it is now shaking once again. It's almost as if it was drawing in whatever darkness was inside of you.
I don't know what that implication means, and I'm not a fan of it. He sees it shaking in its hand and just...
I mean, to be fair, it didn't do anything.
It did not possibly do anything intentional.
That being said, it is still somewhat of a danger, though these things themselves haven't hurt us at all yet. They did steal your words. You don't like that, right?
I don't. No. But
Zarel.
this does not have arms to do that.
Zarel.
So it cannot steal.
You have made your way into this area, and as you have, You have been seeing once again all of the different places that have been built from here, and you're like, oh man, this is awesome. Except I'm supposed to be doing something. What's happening over here? Hey, this is my old room. Hey, Gilgamesh is here.
Gilgamesh is in my memories.
I don't know why Gilgamesh is in your
I've
memory.
been here for a long time.
I don't know why Gilgamesh is in your memory room, but hey, whatever.
Gilgamesh, where are you in my memory room?
Gilgamesh,
What?
we're lovers.
Gilgamesh turns around. You see him holding on to a little guy.
I'm a little guy.
I found it under the sheet.
Oh, just like that little guy that was on the other place.
Yes. I don't know why it's here. Do not unzip their mouths.
I'm understood. I'm assuming you have discovered this through trial and error.
Yes.
Understood again. I mean, it's a good point. I don't know why it would be here, right? Usually these things are looking for something.
If you look down under the Gilgamesh, you can see Zarel's POV drawn by someone. I see you, I laugh.
It's just crying.
Poor little guy.
Oh, fucking God.
It's too blink sold.
It's 2 blinks old. Doesn't even blink. But it was in
No,
your
what I'm-
room for a reason.
I mean, maybe it was looking for something. I mean, you could try and ask it. It's worked before. I don't really
That's
have
what-
images though.
That's why I tried to unzip its mouth. It's still
The last time they kind of understood things by looking at images, right?
Well, do you know of soda light that would have importance in this room?
You may be putting a little bit too much faith in my recreational abilities, except I've also been seeing its entire reconstruction the entire time I've been here. Which
One
isn't-
thing that you will note is I was being true. This was apparently, at least as far as you can tell, your room.
Yeah.
Am I putting too much faith in you?
I mean, in fingerprinting a reasonable amount of faith.
It shouldn't be an
I just-
issue. then.
I just do not know enough about this thing for what it would be looking for. I mean, these things are usually some kind of image or something, right? I don't know.
Well, I think that this is quite obvious. One thing we can gather from it. Little fairy.
Yeah.
This thing doesn't have any hands.
Like underneath its little cloak thing.
Which would
Oh,
mean
but-
that this thing could not open nor close that door.
So
Someone
it's been
left.
stuck here.
Which means somebody had placed it here, yes.
What for? What's this thing gonna do?
No idea.
Hmm.
I doubt that this thing was here whenever that woman from the front was here, however. Doubt she would just leave something like this under a blanket.
It was cowering in terror.
After the scarily accurate recreation of that entire crime scene, I would be surprised if she had not seen it.
I understood the context after, but when they first said it doesn't have any hands, I thought it was going to like diss this thing. No hands, pathetic. Small.
As you talk about the recreation of the time scene, the camera goes over there to her, like just laying on the ground, looking at the floorboards. Well, there are always 3,000 nails in this floor, or was it 2,900?
You're overqualified for this.
You're massively overqualified.
I don't know what job
I'm starting
you
to
should
think
have.
that the military junta might be a good system of government for the Cherished world.
Yeah,
I
right.
don't know much about you, Captain Amanda, but you seem overqualified for what you're doing here, but I don't also know what else you should be doing with your talent.
Why are these VTuber icons so smart?
First Kyle shows up and hey, there's darkness now over on the place where the thing is. He
I
points
do
that out. Now
think the
she's-
fact that out of everyone, Kyle managed to get that role really exemplifies the issue we have right now. These
Listen.
people are way too good at their jobs.
The thing is, they're actually a tragic character because they wanted to go into the space program, and unfortunately, that's been defunded.
But
We all
Jesus
knew
Christ.
what was in space. It was a whole bunch of other shit.
In
Oh, I
fact,
know.
they were part of the space program, but they put everything in the space program, funds and all that, into the military, and they're like, okay.
Why would a world, by the way, Lily, why would a world that has boasted about having a interplanetary train not put anything into their space program?
Because it's done.
It's right there.
It's done.
Space has
It's
happened
great.
already.
This has happened. Go away.
Yeah, this is my argument. It's like we can see it. It's there. We have a train.
Wow.
They stopped at the train. What's a rocket?
Like I'm gonna just say it. They solved space.
I also want to point out
we did it.
just to put the context for everyone about how great Captain Amanda is compared to us. We spent most of this game without armor. We do not have
Are we sure we're the main characters?
we do not have a brain cell between the four of us. We have all
Are we
played
Main
vastly
party is
different
like Amanda,
characters.
Kyle, and some other 2 to 3 guys we don't know.
I have brain cells. I just didn't put them in math.
We really need the
Anything
shell.
past 4?
Hmm.
I'm just guessing.
Look, we're just waiting for the 4 of you to die so that you guys can all like take
We're the
care.
real main characters.
Yeah, so you guys can take over Kyle and Amanda and 2 other
I
guys.
can't believe we're all being Domran. Anyway,
Cameron campaign.
so
But yeah,
someone
you guys.
left us here, but who
That's the
knows
big thing,
why.
yes. So we can either leave it here or we could take it with us. I'm not entirely sure what exactly we can do with it, but maybe it can be of use if we show it some kind of picture.
Well, they do seem to respond to those. I see no reason to just carry it around. Might even be warming up to you, Gilgamesh. Those shakes are almost jovial in nature.
The only thing that
What
really
the-
gets me was that the last time we had seen one of these, one of those dusks had taken it, correct?
Yes.
So this
They
one
were
probably
very
has
adamant
its
about getting
own.
it.
So this one probably has its own dusk or whatever at that point.
And at that point, it might end up coming for it, right?
But that would mean eventually it might find us.
Where
Then all we have to do is just keep it around.
he just like holds the thing up to his face. Was it a dusk that left you here?
It shakes. Not in response, it
What?
just continues to do so.
Just shaking. I have to admit, it's very impressive how it can keep up the wiggling without having any hands.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
It seems to be a through line with these creatures so far.
It seems to be a prime quality of theirs, their wiggles.
He pats it again, just
Maybe we can learn
It's-
more about it from the other 2 out and doing their thing.
yeah.
We're gonna go over
Having a
to
picnic, dude.
we're gonna go over to Hibiki. You have made your way off
Yay.
into the little eatery gazebo area by walking over the planks over top of the little pond that is here. Looking down into the pond, it is relatively clear. That being said, you're not sure what makes up the bottom layer of this. Maybe some kind of a white sand or maybe some kind of a another bright material, but it is very hard for you to determine exactly where the end of the water is beneath you. It is either very shallow or very deep, and that is surprising that you can't discern which. That being said, walking your way over into the gazebo area, you step inside, you find that there are, just as I mentioned before, a lot of overturned areas, things that have gone through, nothing really thrown about in this area. There wasn't enough really to throw about. but there are some different kind of sacks of potential foodstuffs and things along the ground. One of the chairs are overturned. You do find that mostly the area that you walk into, while small, seems to be of the same kind of caliber of thrown about as the rest of the place.
I see. And I hate that I felt that feeling of looking into some water, not knowing if it's shallow or deep. I hate that. I hate that feeling.
Would you like to make your way back over toward the water and look and give it more of a look?
Sure.
You make your way out from the gazebo area. 1 second, by the way. Muna, you would have made your way out as well over toward.
Muna.
You would have made your way out as well over toward the opposite area, toward the lakeside as well, the pond side. You and Booya would have made your way over to a little tiny docked area, little square in the center of this place, just like Hibiki, looking down into the water. You're not sure what the material is at the bottom of this. Maybe it's some kind of a white sand, or maybe some other kind of material. But as you look down below, you're not sure if this pond is very shallow or if this pond is very deep. It is very difficult to discern for some reason. As you begin looking down into it, you also look over and you see Hibiki, who is also looking into the pond from the other side. Hibiki, you see Muna and Booya on the other side.
Yo.
Just like his arm just goes up. You find anything over there?
Not really. Everything just seems about the same. Kind of just messed up place. Nothing particularly special about it.
Hmm.
The water seems weird though. Or at least the bottom.
Yeah, it's really dark.
Dark? I just can't tell if it's white sand or how deep it is.
I mean, it's not that dark. I mean, maybe it is.
He's looking over into the water. Yeah, I cannot tell how deep this is.
Nope, it is also very bright to you.
It's also very bright. What do you mean dark?
Both Muna and Hibiki looking down into the water, it seems again very much like it is a bright some kind of, again, like maybe white sand or some kind of something like that at the bottom of this. Like it seems
metaphorical.
It seems relatively deep from what I can tell, and it's dark enough that I can't really see the bottom.
Do you
That's not
You
what
okay?
that looks like. At all.
Am I okay? Ibiki, is it shallow for you too, or am I going crazy?
It could be shallow, it could be deep. I can't tell, but it's too bright to be able to tell.
Oh.
And she's saying that it's too dark to be able to see the bottom.
Can
So
you
they're
throw something in there so we can figure out who of us is crazy?
Oh yeah, hold on. You just see Booya like hold her keyblade out for a second and like look as if she's about to drop it, and then she's like, probably better not this, as they reach into their pocket and pull out some money and drop it in.
Wait, can't you teleport it back to your hand?
Well,
Wait,
yeah,
have
but
you
what if
done
there's
that?
a creature down there and they take it or something?
What if there's a creature?
What do you mean?
It's
take
really
it
deep.
from you? What do you mean take it from you? It would just come
The
back to you.
creature.
Well, I mean, they couldn't take it from me, but I might hit it. I don't want to hit a
You
fish.
don't want
I'm blasting her.
to start aggression.
Anyway, how far does the money go?
As you guys watch it, it seems to go into the white of whatever the sand or whatever is at the bottom of the pond, and it's hard to see from where you guys are, as everything again is just very bright. You see Booya, however, looking over the side, and it's like, wow, it sure is going down.
Kind of blended in with the sand. How the fuck did that happen?
And I
Think
can't see it
there's-
anymore.
I think there might be an illusion, and
Oh,
Booya
maybe.
here does not see it.
There might be some kind of magic or some kind of spiritual stuff or something going on. Maybe we should let the others know.
Yeah, let's let them know. There's something weird with the pond water. And it's not the usual suspects, like
Yeah, maybe you
algae
guys
or
need,
anything.
maybe you guys need to get your eyes checked if you're seeing white everywhere.
We should get our eyes checked for illusions. You're right.
Maybe you should get yours checked if you see darkness everywhere.
All I see is the dark. I can never not see the dark. No, anyway, so
She has a dramatic reaction to that shit.
you guys make your way into the second building. As you guys do, you guys see Zarel and Gilgamesh holding on to a little guy. Look at that little guy.
Oh, hey, little guy.
As they're holding on to
Little
said little
guy.
guy, you guys approach, and yeah, at this point, Gilgamesh and Zarel, you guys see the other three making their way back to you.
Anything?
The water's weird.
Yeah, they're seeing the water is hard to see at the bottom and some kind of a white glow or something, and I'm seeing it
And you
extremely
can't
dark
tell
and
how
very
or
deep.
shallow it is, right?
Oh, yeah, something like that. How do you know?
Let's say I've seen him before.
Let me see this water.
Is anyone glad to be dry right now?
Big, 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 big water.
Does anyone?
So I'm hearing two very different accounts.
You guys follow the others out toward the little pier area that is off to the side of the pond. The pond itself, upon you guys walking over to it and like looking at it, it seems very pretty, very nice. Whenever you guys get right over it and start looking down, yet again, I mentioned to each of you that looking into the water, you see nothing but a bright white area that either means the shore is very close or the shore is very far away. It's very hard to determine any kind of depth. Maybe it's reflective, maybe something else is going down. Who's to say? By the way, I'm lying. Zarel, you see an infinite darkness beneath you.
Yep.
What does Ramu see? The most important opinion we need.
As
I don't
Gilgamesh,
think I want to be near water anymore.
as Gilgamesh, you see nothing but that whiteness that both Muna and Hibiki are seeing. Zarel, you see things the way Booya is sort of showing it, as there is a very large depth of like deepness and blackness inside the water. Not really sure how deep it goes, but it is definitely not shallow.
I don't know what you guys are saying.
There's a slight twinge in you as you look into the water, because you remember the other part of that little vision you had where there was a slight fear of the water, but you like water. Water's great.
Yeah,
You like
I'm
this
currently
water?
cool with this, except when I'm not, except that I am.
What do you
You
see?
don't want to
for
take
me?
it back. Memory's stuck.
Yeah.
It's difficult to say that I see a lot of things the way you all do. That being
What do
said,
you-
it is very bright from what I can tell.
He just looks at the little thing in his hand. He's just not even gonna bother asking.
Test it out, buddy.
No,
Geronimo, little buddy.
sink or swim, kid.
Survival of the fittest. Learn now.
I'm not a helicopter parent.
There's one way to find out.
Jump in. Easiest way.
Give me one. Give me a two. Give me a free. All right, here we go. It kills with flip, dude.
Zarel, you jump into the water.
360 no
You know what? Fuck it. While we're here, this is Gilgamesh rolling for this game. I'll do it myself.
Oh God.
Oh, you want to start that? Okay.
Here we fucking go.
Oh no. Yeah,
I told you I shot-
that's a little
I said-
too much.
I said
Fine.
5 and I meant 5. Anyway. Oh, you're ready. How many? Oh, you're like there. How about that?
There you
Just
go.
do one.
There you go. There you go.
I'll get rid of most of them.
We'll start with Zarel. If you are wanting to use your karma card, go ahead and shuffle this deck over here and draw you a card while I go and get the thing Do-do-do-do.
Hopefully
Man.
you can draw the fucking one that breaks my legs again. It'll be really fun.
Yeah, I hope
to just slam my face against shallow water.
I just hope that we get only the good ones.
Go.
It's
Let's
fucking
see.
weird too, but
Oh, that's
got a
new.
bird.
Oh, that's the paranoia.
That's not a good
No.
word.
Don't you love the paranoia?
Not when you combine it with the
Sort
inky
of.
black
That makes
abyss.
sense though, considering.
So this is very funny. But the neutral of this card, keep this card. You may use it to force a roll to critically succeed or fail on a check for noticing or investigating someone or something. That is the neutral effect. Would you like to attempt to roll for the good or bad effect?
Never pussy out. We keep it real.
Okay, you could be losing the neutral effect for this one, just letting you know.
It's fine. It's okay.
Okay.
What's the
You
rule
are
for
gonna-
this one? Do I have to...
You are going to, let me make sure. Yes. This will be you have to get a 12 or higher in order to get the good effect.
Let's see.
That is a 6.
I can give you a 6.
That is not a 12 or higher.
That is the half a 12, I think.
I'm going to send you what is wrote down, and we can talk about
Okay.
this in a bit.
Oh, this is gonna be really funny.
Oh, this is wonderful. This would be great, actually.
Oh my god. Okay, alright, here we go.
Maybe pussying out should have been the move.
No, this is exactly what I wanted.
So, don't read this aloud, but
Okay,
we'll talk about this in a bit. There you go.
okay. I'm gonna just do this.
Let me know whenever you're done reading. Are you good?
Okay, I'm good.
We'll talk about that later. That
Got
is
it.
what you've gotten. You have gotten the bad effect of the paranoia. We'll look into that in just a little while. If it's actually a good thing
It's
to
really
bring.
mean that you read a credit list you caught my penis off. It's a really weird fact that you actually...
It's actually really funny because if you guys come over here, I can actually show this off now. Boop, 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 boop. We have the combat tracker thingy that I use in Zelda
Okay.
in here now, and that's pretty cool. That's pretty neato.
Shit.
I have written down a couple of things in combat notes.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
And I'm about to have to write down another one. As Zarel is.
I
Oh, I don't have
think
to put it in.
Fuck.
together we can really fill this one out.
Zarel is losing their penis.
It's like, at what point do we like reach the point of just unavoidable TPK?
I think it's fine. I think you're just
Yeah,
under the
we
bad
got
effects
the,
of paranoia. You're good.
It's one card we haven't seen that I've been thinking about the whole time, so I don't think we've reached it, but we could.
Are we? How many? Wait, how many other ones are? We got F and G.
There are a lot.
There are like 20 something cards.
And we found like 12. That's like maybe more than half, probably. Or 13, because there's chains over there. It's not over here.
I feel like we're slowly really taking in the gotcha player mentality, which is probably
Yeah.
not good for us.
For those of you who
Yeah.
haven't seen the arts of these, they're very good, by the way.
Yeah, I
They're
drew.
great.
Fummel did
I
great on
do.
these.
Yeah.
We love them. We love our little karma deck. Speaking of our little karma deck, why don't you give me a draw there, Gilgamesh?
Right, Gilly.
Ooh,
That is the hunger, Gilgamesh.
hungry.
As we look at the
I thought you
hunger,
to draw that. Considering.
you guys have had the good effect of the hunger. You guys have also seen the neutral effect. Do you want to get the neutral effect, which is draw another card, good or bad effects are doubled? Or would you like to roll for the good or bad effect of this card? You already know what the good effect could be.
Can recreate any ability or skill you see by rolling. No advantage. You can attempt to get the ability or skill if you fail at a later turn.
So basically, even if you fail, you can roll again. Good
But do I
effect
wanna
is
see
you
if I-
can gain a skill, gain a good skill from something. However,
I-
again, you could keep the neutral effect, draw again and double whatever
I'm
good or bad effect you get from the other card.
God, that sounds so tempting.
It's kind of like a gamble. It's a little gamble.
What's the bad effect though?
You haven't seen the bad effect of hunger.
I don't. I'm just gonna say it outright. We probably don't want to ever get bad effects of any of cards ever.
Yes, that is very.
Yeah.
There is
That'll be the
one.
ideal, right?
There is one bad effect it's pretty all right.
I think.
But you can also just be a gamer and win forever. So
Yeah, you can just win forever.
So if I go to get a card, does it make it its good effect and then double it, or have to roll for its good effect?
You will have to roll. You cannot take the neutral effect of any card you draw from the hunger. You have to roll for the good or bad effect.
Watch it be hunger. Again.
Do you wanna risk it?
I kind of want to risk it.
Go for it. Go
once
for
in a
it.
lifetime, baby. You gotta do it.
Hunger.
The deception. Looking over
I don't
here,
know. Did we?
You have
let's
one
put our
deception.
hands over it like little bees.
we've seen the good effect and the neutral. We've seen all the effects of this one.
Yeah, it's
Hey.
just that the bad effect
I
got
love
cut off
being
of it.
deceived.
The bad effect did get cut off of it because we don't. Why would you ever look at it?
Okay, I guess I need to roll for its good or bad.
Yep, might as well just go ahead and roll for it. We'll see whichever one you get from it. Go ahead and give me from, I think deception is odds or evens. So just roll, call odds or evens.
Let's go with odds, because fuck it.
That is the odds.
Let's
Hey.
fucking go.
Look at you beating the
Literally
odds.
win forever.
So wait, how do you double?
So with the
what does it mean to
deception-
double this?
So with the deception, we're gonna go to it really quickly. Keep this card. The next time you feel you are being deceived by an NPC or you have a good standing with, that you have a good standing with, you can use this card to roll any stat against them. If you succeed, the NPC reveals anything the player wishes them to. How do you double this effect? I'm giving you 2.
Oh.
Yeah.
So obviously I'm gonna be using strength for that at all given times.
Bloop bloop.
Just scare them until they tell
It's
you.
a
know
plus
what?
8.
I need to
Okay,
make it. I
cool.
need to make a token that says if you have the good or bad effect of something.
Just have like a G or
You know
a
what?
B. I don't know.
I would do this. Hold on. Damn it! The
didn't
decals
do
aren't there. The decals aren't there from 5 darts. I was gonna put a
Oh,
little limited
no.
symbol on it.
I was thinking about it too. You could make some
Okay.
deals for it. I'll think of it.
For now, for now, the decal for good will be. Will be. Make it tinier. Make it tinier. Make it tinier. I can't.
I'm so excited to see what it
Make
is.
it tinier. There you go.
Just a little Undertale.
We are having the best time ever.
Incredible.
Forever.
Although I have to say, I'm feeling a little bit left out here on these rolls.
You gotta do it again.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Lose your-
you can if you ask nicely, Gilgamesh might give you one of their cards.
Good bag, actually.
I have 2 of them myself. I can draw 2 times.
Oh,
if
you
I
can do
want.
it right now. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
You want
because
to?
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? He didn't ask me nicely, so make him roll 2 more.
Just keep
Maybe
giving you.
force them on.
You can't force them on people.
Man.
That would be really funny.
It would be. All right, Hibiki, go ahead and roll me one.
Consent.
What did
Let's
I get?
go. New card.
The
Authority.
authority.
Ooh,
That's
new
new.
card.
The authority is very cool looking. Look, it's the chair with the knife.
Oh my
It's the natural.
fucking
It's the
God.
natural evolution to the knife chair.
Oh
Yeah.
my
The knife
god.
throne.
Wow.
Okay.
Let me scroll down to the authority really quick because I think that's one.
Always
of the...
remember that it can get you, and it's mega evolution. It's even scarier.
I can't wait for the next Pokemon game and Digo adds in a chair Pokemon.
Give me a road.
Really?
So here's the thing. All of these have numbers on them, by the way, in my list. This is number 1.
Oh.
Oh my god.
He was number 1.
So the
Beastie
neutral
authority.
effect of this card. Keep this card. You may use it to force a roll to critically succeed or fail on a check with a social stat.
Oh.
That's cool.
Do you
Okay.
want to roll for the good or bad effect of this card?
Are you bitch made?
Mama did not raise no bitch.
Give me
What
1
do
second.
I have to roll?
I'm gonna raise the baseball stop.
This one's relatively
These
easy. This
ones.
one is just a odds or evens.
Go.
Let's see here. I'm gonna say evens.
Even Steven.
And it's
That is a natural
one.
1, you see.
Technically,
Oh,
one
1 second.
is a pro.
Okay, I'm back. So,
Okay, welcome back.
with the bad effect of this card,
Damn it.
They make you
Should've
sit on a
said
chair. That's really bad for like a month.
I'm debating on letting you guys know it or not.
Oh no.
What do we gain for not knowing?
Lord Akron gets your ass.
I'll let you guys know it. I'll put it on the card. This seems fun. I feel like I'm hiding too many
Knowledge.
effects now. So we'll let you guys see it.
It's not even that you're hiding it. It's that twice they rolled the same effect.
The bad effect of this card is the DM keeps this card and can use it to force a roll to critically succeed or fail on a social stat. Or the DM may cause an event with a person of authority over a player character to happen. So, if for example, somebody is, let's say you're getting trained by a master, for example.
Uh-huh.
Let's say you're getting trained by Ragna, and you're like rolling to attempt to beat them in like an arm wrestle or something. I'm being very low stakes with this because this is a very high stakes card.
Yeah, no shit.
I could make you just automatically fail that roll without you rolling anything.
Hey, Hades, can we give Hibiki this food? No. Can I have this
Now, I
food?
want you to know this.
Yes.
This is specifically for Hibiki. So I can't use it against the others. I can use it against Hibiki.
I can't
however.
believe you're putting a third one next to my trio of
There you
cards
go.
here.
There you go.
Man.
Hibiki.
This is a really funny trio of cards.
But yes,
You
most
should have, like,
likely,
go fuck
most
yourself,
likely
guys.
the thing I will do is if you roll and I decide to use this for like a social status, like you fumble over your words, authority. You get a nat 1, authority.
You
Or I
fucked up.
could also make it critically succeed. So you know.
Be good.
It's interesting that you can choose between the two of them.
Wait, maybe I'm happy for you one day. Maybe you do good for me. Maybe you happen to buy me Taco Bell that day, and I'm in a good mood.
Maybe you can send G Fuel to my house right now at this address,
No to self.
and then I'll
get money
consider it.
to buy Dico Taco Bell on Wednesdays.
Reminder: you have to put a fucking alarm on your phone.
That's what I'm saying. Some of the bad effects don't have to be bad. They don't have to be.
Is this the one that you were saying is not the most
No.
bad effect?
No, because this could still be bad.
This could still be
There
bad.
is one quote unquote bad effect that's relatively actually good. Like
see.
I would prefer it over the good effect.
I see.
But we'll talk about that later. Everybody but Muna's drawn. Anybody else want to draw?
Hmm.
Nah.
You want to use more of your 8 you have there, Gilgamesh?
I haven't killed myself yet.
All right, roll one more. We're doing it.
One more,
Let's
and then that's
go.
it for
Let's
me today.
go.
We
That's
Loss.
that's the loss.
fuck.
Oh man.
Man,
We've seen the good and neutral effect. Oh, no, is that the? Oh, wait, we've seen all of them. We've seen all the
Yeah.
effects of the Lost. Heck yeah.
It is a complete card. We got the gold ending on that shit.
You can
I'm
have.
gonna have to fucking bet.
You can have the neutral effect, which is just a curse or fear is given to you that is attached to an item or possession, and the effect can vary.
I think we should be really scared of that fucking keyblade you got.
Anyway, I'm gonna roll.
Go ahead, odds or evens.
I'm gonna go with odds again because I am consistent. Probably. Nope.
So, with the loss,
Here we go again.
an event
Yeah.
happens around you in the next 3 sessions. You can play extremely safely and attempt to avoid this effect. But once it happens, it is irreversible. This is a curse.
Okay.
That being said, you do not have any panics, so you cannot cure this curse. Sucks to suck.
Okay.
Take your loss.
Yeah.
Yes. That being said, good draws, everybody. Good draws. Zarel, if you remember, before all this, you fell into the water.
Yeah. Before time stopped for a bit.
And by fall, I mean, obviously, you jumped into the water.
It didn't flip. It was cool.
Yeah. Well.
The 360 flip, like, rotated themselves on the Z-axis.
Upon jumping into the water, you find yourself going relatively deep into here. Deeper than you would expect, but oddly enough, looking at it from the top, not as deep as you would expect. Just from the idea of this is either extremely shallow or not, given to you from the others. Looking down toward the darkness you see below you, you touch something. Zarel, with your whittle feets, your whittle feetos. I'm trying to change the music real quick. You find. Oh, it's this playlist. Okay. You find as you touch with your whittle feetos, you land on something squishy. And another squishy. And another squishy. And another squishy, and another squishy, and so on and so forth. You reach down towards said squishy, and you lift it up. Because it isn't very big. You're able to move it relatively well. And once it moves out of the way, you see the bottom of this, which again is sort of like a kind of pearlescent white sand. As you pick it up, however, you see
Oh, another one of these things. There's a shitload of these things.
What the actual fuck?
you see all around the bottom of this place what appear to be a bunch of little guys.
It's
This is Little Guy City. You're still going.
I'm not stopping.
Would you?
The room.
Little guy.
There are so many, you cannot hold them all at once.
You couldn't. There's just so many. I can't even stand correctly.
There we go.
They're tripping over each other.
You find a whole bunch of little guys upon the ground. As you look at one of the little guys, you think it looks back at you. It doesn't have eyes.
In my head, they're all doing the Chihuahua thing, except not, because I'm not Gilgamesh.
They're just vibrating.
Imagine if you went down there.
They're vibrating because that's how they swim.
Jeez.
They don't seem to be attacking you or anything.
Oh, just chill.
They are doing little vibrates as you are now there and aware of them. You guys notice from the top, maybe because of the little vibrates, maybe not, what appears to be like little tiny waves appearing all over, kind of like whenever a lot of fish are moving at once.
What is happening down there?
Either we're going to eat well tonight or something else is down there.
Well, I guess I'll go up to tell them.
You swim your way up, leaving behind the little guys. You do an outward sea dive, and by that I mean you jump into the air from below. You're great. You
I'm
land
so good at
upon.
this.
As you look down, you guys now see, once again, you're seeing the little the whiteness that's down there. It's whatever. It seems normal. But Zarel, you look down as you see there's a slight hole in the darkness that's there, probably from where you were standing.
Oh, there it is.
Hey, you got something on your back there.
Oh, I got something?
Yeah,
Don't
look.
drag on ya.
Get out of here.
Oh, look at it!
So,
You wouldn't believe it. That place is just full of that little thing down there. I think Gungar was carrying.
Little thing.
It's that, but
They're full of nobodies?
completely full.
what do you mean full?
I mean, full. There's probably at least multiple dozens. That's an undershot. I would say hundreds.
He just looks at the little thing. Is this true?
It vibrates.
I don't know what it means yet. I'm assuming now it is a confirmation. It would be unwise to lie to me.
So, just the entirety of the pond floor is nobodies? These nobodies?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I guess this is their natural habitat, and they use the illusion to keep predators away.
What is
Can't-
predating these things?
Or
I do not think those were here before.
this is just where those dusks are bringing them.
Why was this hiding under a bedsheet?
So you're thinking it's more of a nest than a natural location?
Possibly.
A nest for. Why would they bring them here of all places? Was this pond significant?
That's a good question.
From what we know, the only significance here is that it used to belong to their prince, right?
Surely there must be something else about this place. Why would he even build a palace here if he feared the water?
I'm trying to find him and I can't.
Which one are you trying to
I'm
find?
trying to find the Cocklacot one so I can
Oh,
put him
it's
in.
over in the it's over
Ragna's
here.
bar.
The most
Where's he at?
special boy.
It's over where all
Its
the
hat
other
is
pieces
glued
are.
to its
Hey,
stupid
Get
head.
over here.
What do you mean get over here?
Get over here.
No way!
Get in there. Not you.
Why is
Is-
it here?
Get
Is it
your
actually-
get your
Lord,
little ass
It's
in there.
Lord
Was it-
Eglicott,
No, Badum, is he actually in the pond?
Who knows?
Lord of the Dust. Oh,
There he is.
I swear I even saw the one with the little hat. I don't know how it stayed on. It would have floated up by now.
How deep down did you go?
Well, as soon as I hit the floor, that's where I saw all of these. It's
It was
not-
about
I mean,
it was about
suppose-
20 feet, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's nothing.
Maybe you're still
Something like,
nothing.
what, like 20 feet or so?
Mm,
You need to translate for Hibiki how many football fields. I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
Fucking.
How long is a football field?
I played baseball, you
big.
bitch.
Well, use baseball fields, Sorrel. They're like
How
what,
long is a
50?
baseball field?
I don't know off the top of my fucking head. Reasserting
Yeah.
reality here.
hmm.
So they're
You
just
need to
what?
understand your heritage. Anyway,
So they're just what? Countless numbers of the little guys down there?
I'm sure you could count them in one really busy afternoon, but otherwise, yeah. As far as you can see, just a bunch of them vibrating.
Is the water still vibrating?
Oddly enough, it is.
What?
As you
would've noticed it
guys
was-
look down toward the water, there is nothing else in there. That Zarel left. There's nothing else in there that would be causing the water to be completely like moving. Nothing's agitating them at this point. Maybe they're still just afraid. Maybe something else. That is until Zarel, you and Boya will notice a slight light happen within the water. As this slight light seems to come out and seemingly radiate outward slightly, something rises to the surface of the pond. Laying back on its back,
Hey,
I'll move some of these little guys out of the way so I can put them in there. Here we go.
the big guy.
You guys see,
Taking a baby.
sort of laying back on its back, floating upward from underneath, a longman. One of them dusks seemingly show up. As it does, it looks off and around. It looks over toward all of you. Sort of paddles away.
Get back here.
And there he goes, off to adventure.
As soon as you yell at him, you see him snaking through the water, sort of rolling up to the top of this area, and then immediately just running off.
Those things are fast.
Oh, hold on. Let me just you guys see this one here?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay. What? How?
Come on, baby.
Wait a minute.
Was
Are
that
they-
down there?
You didn't see that thing down there before, right?
No, I think I would have noticed there was one of those long things before. Kind of hard to miss with their long limbs and kind of funny personalities.
So
But also
question.
very easy to miss because they're very fast.
So they've all been gathered here, these little mini dusk things. Are they?
It would seem so.
Is this literally a nest and they're eventually become one of those?
Like a hatchery.
Basically.
Is that?
I suppose this would be a pretty good place for them to hatch if no one can actually see them.
not only can no one see them, but also Heartless can't show up here.
The Heartless can't get here. And we've seen them having issues with Heartless before, but not like real combat, I guess.
Unless the dusks are so fast, how could Heartless catch up? We've seen them quick, but
Maybe
even that.
We've seen some pretty fast Heartless too, I'm not gonna lie.
we've seen fast Heartless. Maybe they don't share the same being strengthened at night thing the Heartless have, so they have a disadvantage against them.
They're also not weak.
The fact that also one of them was staring at that island where that's giving the guard armor power. I wasn't actually here for that just showing up. I'm just making a guess here. Maybe it was trying to get our help by pointing it out to us while it looked at it.
I would imply that they think of us as allies of some kind.
I'm just
I mean, at that
spitballing.
point, it might be more obvious about it, right?
One day, no one seems to know anything about these creatures. Not even the Keyblade Masters that travel to world.
I suppose. I'm just saying, if you needed to see something and wanted someone to notice that you were pointing it out, it would be faster than just like a millisecond, right?
Or I guess it was worried about it.
While you guys are sitting here, while you guys are looking into the pond, looking at the little creatures that are potentially down there. A large crash is heard to your southwest.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
As this large crash is heard, looking down toward the area where all of them are wiggling and gesticulating, the entirety of the pond seems to go still, as if they're back into their hiding mode.
Is the thing in my hand also still vibrating, or is it
He
stopped?
has gone completely still. You guys look over toward it. You guys see Booya immediately just jump out and over and start rushing over down toward where the mountain range is.
Yeah.
As she
Follow.
does, you guys go to follow. You guys find yourselves looking out about the lower section of this place, eventually going far enough away you guys can see the lower areas of the area. You guys can see overlooking the forest as well as the city down below. Looking over here at the map, you guys would be around like yeah. Looking down, nothing seems to really be showing itself from down. So that's when you look up. You guys look up over toward the mountain beside of you. This one right here.
The mountain.
As you look at it, something seems to have crashed into part of the mountain. You guys see one of those floating mines, those floating islands that have been hovering above the city. As you look to it, an unnatural darkness seems to be washing from it down over top of where the forest is. As this darkness washes down from it, you guys look over down toward where it is shining itself over the cliffside. As you hear a roar. And this is unlike any roar any of you have really heard. This is guttural. This is absolutely bestial. But it isn't like a draconic roar. It isn't like any kind of bear or anything you guys have ever heard. This isn't like some kind of just beast that has been tempted, or some kind of prodding or anger. This is evil. Hibiki,
Yeah.
looking down toward this creature, you see for a moment the highest trees of this place before this creature comes into view, looking as if they're withering. And when you see the face of this creature, you immediately remember something that you were told, all of you were told, by Prescott. The face of a demon. Body going on 10, if not larger, feet tall. A roar like nothing you'd ever heard.
Oh no.
But this one, eyes glowing the same color as a heartless.
oh fuck.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
I have to say, I love it and hate it.
As you guys see what was called to you guys before a death claw, scratching and biting its way up, being guided by that unnatural darkness coming from the floating island that had thrown itself into one of the mountains. As it comes up, Gilgamesh, you sense the creature in your hand vibrating like absolute crazy, as if it is frightened more than it was frightened of you by whatever this creature is, as if it knows what this creature is.
First of all, the audacity. Second of all, he gently puts it over here, away
Go over
from
there,
the
little
beast.
boy.
He leaves it there, and he's going to just pull out the Keyblade again, just start trying to meet the death claw.
As this thing is crawling upwards, as it's rising itself up, you guys prepare for fight. But nothing prepares you for when another one crawls out from below it as well.
Fuck.
I got the music cut out just there.
To be
I think it was
continued.
Oh my.
Two of them.
Oh,
like
the DM said, you know what'd be scarier than one death claw?
I like if you turn around, it's just a big body token.
As one of us whispers to Prescott, a second death claw's risen, sir.
so,
Oh, there shouldn't be a negative side.
Death claw has hit the shrine.
There shouldn't be a
love
negative
it.
There
Oh,
you go.
okay. I see. It's too much of a monster to allow its back to ever be shown.
Oh
to
yes,
you.
this is one of the creatures that cannot be back attacked.
It's okay. The weak spot's its belly. It's fine.
Thank God I don't. Thank God I don't have a good.
Does anyone knows how to use the VAT system or no? Okay.
So anyway,
Shit. No, we let the PAT over there.
what should we call these things?
Oh, these they have a name that Kreb gave them, and I think they're pretty. That's a pretty good name. The heartless version of Death Claws. We're calling them Abyss Claws.
Oh.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, they're heartless. They have to have edgy as fuck names.
Someone who knows how to mod Fallout 4, get on that right now. Anyway.
Kreb in the chat was not expecting a quick introduction after creation. I literally set this up last game. What are you talking about? Of course they're gonna come immediately.
Anyway, there we go. Definitely send that into the group chat to add to the meme.
Gotta add both of them. You need two.
How many boys are there, and why are they all looking for beans? God damn!
Why are this? Why,
One day,
why can't they find the beans? It was the nobodies.
one day I'll be satisfied
why.
enough to share the meme chat. One day.
Once we end the game.
That'll be when the campaign
Anyway.
ends.
Look at
Yeah.
these fucking
That's why
guys.
there's so many in the
They're cool.
pool. That they all took the beans. They spawned from the beans. Those are
hate-
bean children.
I fucking hate you.
We're gonna
Anyway.
be ending the recording here. We'll talk maybe a little bit more about these as we come out. Maybe we'll look
I'm
at
gonna
them over,
actually-
and we'll see how things go. With all that being said, my dudes, we're gonna end things here. If you have any questions, comments, till next time. Like always, later days.
Bye.
Bye bye.
All right.